Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Cave Convos.
This delayed episode from because of Darian.
This will be episode 11. I am Dare Bear, one of your co-hosts, joined by
Freddie, Polar Edge,
and
Jeff Grizzly.
Okay.
And we're coming here. We normally start at 5 o'clock, but Darian, he made it start at like it's 6 right now.
Better late than never.
I guess it is better late than never.
Right. Yeah.
But damn, that was a long time.
So what is this Jinxie versus Click thing you want to talk about?
So I've been talking about this Jinxie versus Clicks drama, air quotes if you will.
He's been hyping it up.
He's
been insinuating.
The reason it's just pissing me off, like how people are talking about it. Like it's just so annoying. Like I hate the TikTok comments about it.
So what happened?
So what happened was it was a 2v1 Jinxie versus Clicks. And Ron doesn't really, he's not like the bad part about this, but Ron and Clicks were on the same team. They play Fortnite, but they were playing Jinxie's game, Rainbow Six Siege. At the top, they did a $5,000 wager, and Jinxie is retarded for making the wager because the wager was that they get 2 rounds on him. They're winning already by 2. Jinxie can't use shotguns, which he's not known for his aim. He's his game sense shit, but. And then there was some other rules too that made it so it was just obvious that he was not going to win, and he put $5,000 on it.
And who made these terms?
It was a mix of both. It was mostly them. They told him Clicks and Ron were you can't use a shotgun. You can't use a shotgun. And they also, I don't know if Jinxie. I wasn't there for this part of the stream or anything. I saw a little bit of the stream, but they were yelling at each other so much I turned it off because it was actually so annoying. So I did not see this happen live.
Right.
But the next day I wake up and after they fight. After the fucking 1v1, the 2v1, the whole time they were shitting on each other, whatever. Mm-hmm. And so Jinxie is dating Breckie Hill. And about 2 years ago, Clicks had Breckie Hill before they were dating, before Jinxie and Breckie Hill were dating on his stream. And he wrote code Clicks right here. Because it's his Fortnite code or something. And so right after Jinxie lost to them, Clicks posted that picture on his story or on his Twitter, and then Jinxie started getting pissed, obviously, which I think his reaction is 110% valid because it was just very uncalled for Clicks to do that, and but Jinxie was like, alright, so what you're gonna Clicks instantly knew that Jinxie was like why the fuck did you do this? So he's like, I'll take it down, and then Jinxie was like, alright, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take it down, you're gonna apologize, and then I'll give you guys your fucking the $5,000 or whatever. And then that's basically what happened. But since then, they've both have commented about it and shit. But what do you think about that?
Okay, so before I give my opinion on it, let me just try to clarify the situation. It's 3 parties. Jinxie
and Breckie Hill are kind of in the same
Clicks.
Party. Yeah.
And Breckie Hill.
Yeah.
Additionally, there was a contract in the form of a wager. Okay. So, Jinxie was dating Breckie Hill before this wager?
They're dating.
Okay.
And yes.
The wager that takes place, this is regarding $5,000 and Breckie Hill?
No.
Okay. So, why do you feel that Clicks decided to bring Breckie Hill into it?
Yeah, what did he say about her?
He posted that picture that he wrote on her it was on her chest.
That was really out of nowhere, wasn't it?
It was that's the thing. It was really out of nowhere, and I think, and everyone in the comments is I don't even know, what they're saying. They're siding with Clicks, saying that Jinxie's, crashing out. And this is the part that I really...
Crashing out.
That I really have to say, this is really what I have to say about this. You're telling me that if someone did that to about your girlfriend, you would just be like, whatever. No, you would say something to that person, and you would be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, that's not something you shrug off.
Exactly.
At the same time, I don't think you should pull a Will Smith about it. But Jinxie is right in the middle. So why is he a crash out?
She really didn't need to be brought into it.
Yeah, she didn't. It was Jinxie versus Clicks and his fucking, whatever, his children, practically, if we're being real. The people that Clicks brought to, made famous. It was him and one of his friends there against Jinxie. Breckie Hill, she's a fucking model. She doesn't play video games. She had nothing to do with this.
Did Clicks win or lose?
Clicks, they won.
Clicks won.
Clicks won. Think about that. You just beat him, and now you're just gonna post it. What's it called?
Well, I'm assuming that's why he had done it. It's because he beat him.
But what does that make sense? Does that really make sense?
It's a rubbing salt in the wounds. It's like
okay, but that's another thing about it is
Glory, it's like Glory writes, and he's trying to take it.
Would you expect someone to do that you're like cool with? Would you expect someone to do that you're cool with?
I don't think that person's friends with Jinx.
Yeah, they're not. They're not, obviously.
That is really.
But like up until that moment,
nice thing to do.
It really. Wait,
why are they mad?
It's not a nice thing to do.
It's not like up until that moment, like they didn't have beef. Like they were playing a video game. If like you talk shit in a video game, and then it's kind of, in my opinion, definitely brought way too up in the what's it called. Like obviously, Jinx is going to react to this.
That also depends on what kind of shit they were talking in the video game. What were they saying to each other? Just like, you're bad?
No, there was more shit.
Or were they personally insulting?
It was personal insults, but it was a lot of fucking, like they were going after Jinxie's ego. They were going after. I don't know what he was going after for that.
Okay, that's unnecessary.
Okay, so
they were going. I mean, Jinxie was going after them 100%, but like, they both brought up each other's exes, which it's not as crazy as.
Who brought it up first?
I don't know. I didn't watch.
Now, there's a chance that what she said was right. Maybe he did actually really get offended by something. Maybe there was a wound he has regarding one of these events, and Jinxie had brought it up in a joking manner, and that set him over the edge.
I think a part of it, I think I might be called crazy for this, but I think a small part of it, it would be kind of funny, is the fact that Jinxie won Gamer of the Year at the Streamer Awards, and he beat Clicks, was also a nominee.
Okay.
And Jinxie beat him.
I see. Yeah, so it seems as if it's almost like he feels he's stuck in the shadow, right? And he's doing whatever he can. He's writhing to try to get ahead of him. And to him, bad publicity is good publicity all the same.
Clicks is bigger than Jinxie?
No.
Jinxie's
way bigger.
He's the #1 streamer right now, right?
I don't know if he's the #1 streamer, but
definitely up there.
He is like he has like 100,000 viewers a stream.
Okay.
I think he has the most subs. He has like 150,000 subs or something like that.
The most subs.
I ain't subbed to him. I ain't fucking spending money.
No, I'm not.
Hey, this is a moment I want to say. Twitch, you are the worst streaming fucking platform. That was another reason I couldn't watch the stream. I was in it for like 10 minutes. I had like 3 sets of 8 ads. Like in like a 10-minute span. Like it is unwatchable. It is insane how much ads are on Twitch.
Yeah.
It needs to be fixed, actually.
Terrible.
Here's what I'll say. That's a big issue with pretty much every streaming platform that I've experienced. I mean,
when it comes to like
from
live
Paramount to YouTube, you know.
Yeah, but YouTube, I don't think I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember watching a YouTube stream and in the middle of it just randomly fucking.
It's because like they put the ads at the beginning. Man.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
but they also do that on Twitch and they put them in the middle.
Are you ready for this?
Hold up, yo. John, what's good? We on the podcast. No, I just had him on the podcast. All right, man. Oh shit! Give one to him. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, this is our future guest right here, possibly. John, hype up your fucking future on the podcast. Say something. Oh hey, yeah. It's Darian. Hi, you're frozen. Hey, all right. Well, hey, everybody listening, this is a future guest right here, and we'll get him on there soon. But peace out, John. All right.
That was future guest J Bear.
Sorry for taking that.
Yeah, well, that was a pretty trivial call, all things considered. I feel like
the fact that he was with Noah, he didn't need a call, man. He could have just fucking.
But it was great to have.
Noah's my brother, by the way.
Yeah. To have seen you again, Mr. McLaren, even through the phone. What were we discussing before, though?
You're talking probably about
Jinxie versus Clicks.
Jinxie versus Clicks. You had mentioned.
I like really. The reason why I'm like I have a lot of emotion about this. I feel for some reason, but.
Right, we were talking about streaming
platforms. Yeah, the ads.
There was a stream I was watching on YouTube. Oh my god, this was especially horrible. Every time he would, throughout the stream, ask the audience, he would try to do polls. Every poll would get an ad.
That's crazy.
And he didn't know that. So he was really, like, poll after poll after poll. And then we started, I say we, I didn't say anything, but the viewers started complaining. And so he had to stop doing polls. But realistically, YouTube should stop trying to take money at every opportunity, right? I mean,
yeah.
I also feel like the other thing with those ads is that everybody eventually just started picking, I don't know what an Oreo is.
I don't know what an Oreo is.
For real. Yeah, you know how there's like the survey ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. Everyone just fucking like...
So they just stopped doing them.
Yo, but this is actually...
I still get them.
You still get them?
Yeah.
I still get them.
It's because I answer them honestly like an idiot. But if I was facetious, like
I
you would
said skip.
recommend it, then maybe.
Forgive my assumption. I thought people just stick with that.
This whole ad thing, it really brings up another like point. It was like a long time ago. I was watching this like small streamer, like when Overwatch 2 first came out. He probably like had like 10 viewers at the most. I saw him on TikTok, and I was like, this guy's kind of cool. I'll go check him out. And I came back a few times, but like, even for a small streamer like that, which he's making like a few cents probably, I was still sitting there with like a third of the time I was in his live, I was watching ads. Like, and he like, for someone like that's trying to grow a channel, like who's gonna sit there and gonna watch the stream if there's like no engagement, there's barely any other, there's no shit happening in the chat, like it's not like the highest level stream. I mean, like, and then you're gonna put ads throughout the whole thing, like.
Luckily,
it just ruined it.
Luckily though, for the Cave Convos audience, we have absolutely zero
no ads.
So,
and guess what? When we do have ads, if we do ever, we're gonna do the good way of ads, where we like put ourselves talking in the episode. So if you want, you can just skip through, but they don't have to know that. So
okay.
If we ever get big, that's what I love about the podcast I listen to. You can just skip through the fucking ads.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, they suck that they're there, but.
But I mean, realistically, you gotta make money.
I understand like an ad before videos, like, but when you're watching something live and there's just ads in the middle of it, and it's not a commercial, it's not a break in the fucking live, like I just missed something that happened. That could have been funny, could have been something that I'm watching for. Sorry, I'm getting heated about this.
Well, as somebody who has no control over the channel's monetization and no plan to, I hope you guys don't have to pay for this. Just saying that now.
Pay for it.
If ever there's a point where you guys end up watching ads or something, I'm sorry, there's money being made off of this.
I'm not. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if the quality of our production really warrants us getting monetized.
Yeah, obviously, we don't deserve money at this point.
That's not a concern.
Darian just told us that the last episode got a little corrupted, possibly. And the quality might not be the best.
Very corrupted, very corrupted. I'm sorry. I mean, that was actually our first time using the mic, and so it should have been the highest quality video. It would now be our worst quality video. So my apologies. But this one hopefully will be better. Nosotros veremos.
Well, I did say my piece about the Jinxie. The biggest thing I wanted to say was, if you were Jinxie and someone did that about your girl, you would not let it slide. Let's be real. No one that isn't a straight up bitch would let someone do that about their girlfriend. Let's be real.
Yeah, you definitely would at least have to bring it up to them.
Yeah, exactly.
And people saying once again that he's a crash out. What did he do that was so dramatic?
Because he's because he's defending a bop is what they call her. Because she's what's it called? She got her pictures leaked, like that she sent to her boyfriend. From my knowledge, and then she posts what's it called, like bikini pictures. That's how she makes her money. It is, but it's bikini pictures from my knowledge.
Okay.
Which personally, I wouldn't go with a girl like that. But if Jinxie you're gonna defend your girlfriend. You know what I mean? Like if that's your girlfriend, you're gonna defend her.
I agree with that honestly. I don't really understand. Well, here's another concern I have. This is all too familiar to me. To what's going on in the rap industry. And you have J. Cole and Drake who are beefing with Metro Boomin, Travis Scott, Future, and Kendrick Lamar. And they're beefing over allegedly one of the individuals having their girlfriend cheated on by another of the individuals.
Damn.
And additionally, they're fighting over. This is one of the most predominant ones. This is Kendrick Lamar
versus Drake. Didn't he just send some at Drake and then was like, if Drake don't come back by fucking Friday, we're not gonna fuck with him anymore. I saw that.
That beef is because Kendrick was not a part of an album in which J. Cole and Drake consider him to be one of the top 3 rappers in the industry. So it's all very almost High School Musical-esque drama, you know, and
yeah, it really is. Like a part of the going back, I wouldn't be surprised if it was all for publicity. I can't even say the word.
That's
but if it was
point.
all for just a stunt for shit, I would not be surprised at all.
It did get them a lot of attention.
And that also gets Drake and all them a lot of fucking attention right now.
That's very true. That is very true. That's annoying. It's annoying that they'll do anything.
anything. Like, do you remember? Like, this is true. Do you remember the Sidemen diss track era when they were like roasting on KSI, and then how we later on found out that it was complete bullshit? Like how KSI just made a diss track joking around with them, and they posted it, and it ended up becoming like KSI versus Sidemen beef, and it was completely for fucking fame or completely for like views.
Right.
Like that Mike Tyson and Jake
Paul
fight.
yeah.
Mike Tyson better win that shit.
Dude, there's
They
no
have a
like,
lot of stipulations. I don't remember what they are exactly, but I'm pretty sure it makes it so that the match will be not as enjoyable as it should be.
there's no
Mike Tyson just needs to fucking break his nose.
there's no
That's
fight.
it.
There's no
That's all
good
I
fight.
want. I want Mike Tyson to make him look like a bitch, but it won't happen.
Let's think about this. If Jake Paul beats up Mike Tyson, he beat up like a 50-something-year-old man. If he loses to Mike Tyson, he lost to a 50-something-year-old man.
Right. No,
There's not a win. Like Jake should, like, if we're being real, Jake should win this fight. Jake's been training for fucking years.
Yeah, but
he's in his prime. Mike Tyson's an old fucking
that's
man.
true. That's
Dude,
true.
Mike Tyson's gonna die.
But the gumption.
I want Mike
He
Tyson to win.
needs
I
to
hate
win
Jake
this
Paul.
shit, dude.
He does, but let's be real.
I don't know. I think they're two different species. True.
I will put money on this. I mean, actually,
really
is it gonna be like the Mayweather one? Because it probably won't even be a winner like they did for that.
We should pull up
They
videos
tied?
of them.
I don't know.
Oh
it
my
was an
God.
exhibition, so there wasn't it didn't go on the records.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know if they're gonna do that for this though. But I will bet that Jake Paul wins. It's hard to bet against Jake Paul when he's fighting an old fucking person who's not fucking boxing right now, who's not in their fucking prime. Like I've seen those
certainly
You don't
videos.
think he's
Mike
like
Tyson.
training for it?
Mike Tyson
Who?
has been training.
Mike Tyson, he's
Yeah, but Jake Paul
He's
he
come
hasn't
out of
been
retirement.
training. There's no way. Mike Tyson ain't been fighting. When was Mike Tyson's last fight?
Yeah, I don't know. There's something
Like Mike Tyson or Jake Paul has been fight. Like when did Jake Paul fight for his first fight? Because I know for a fact he's been training practically since then, 100%.
I feel like Mike Tyson's got something that training can't match. He's got like
I hope,
experience.
but like
I want to believe that.
I want to believe that too. But in this, I can't not. You gotta recognize that Jake Paul is not a bad boxer at this point. But he did lose to Tommy Fury, so.
Yeah, the question. Well, no. So you say he's not bad. He's better than people who don't box. How is he compared to people who box? Is the question.
But Mike Tyson he hasn't. When's the last time he boxed? Let's see his last fight.
Is Logan Paul winning like championships?
Jake Paul, but
Yeah, whatever. Jake Paul.
no, he's not. He's fighting like it was a good like it was like the Tommy Fury fight. I don't want to admit like it was not like Tommy didn't look great. Like he probably should have won, yeah, but like he didn't look great. Jake Paul didn't look great either because he lost to him.
I just
Right.
feel like Mike Tyson's boxing is what made him famous. Jake Paul's just some dude. I mean, he's probably maybe he is a good fighter.
He was
but-
originally a Disney actor.
Yeah, he was a Disney actor. Mike Tyson's fighting is what got him his fame. I feel like that
He
means
was.
something.
He's Mike Tyson is a monster.
Yeah, but he's also he
Yeah.
didn't like he's not like in the middle of this time where he was like in his thing. That's long ago.
How old is he now?
I don't know. Hold on. Slow it. Last fight. I'm gonna look.
Freddie had estimated 57. I feel like that's a pretty good number.
2005 was his last fight. A loss. He lost his last fight in 2005, but how old is he? Let's look. Takes a while. Just Mike Tyson. 57. I didn't even say 57. I don't know where. I think he was like I said 50 something.
No, you said 57.
57.
I guess right. And I guess I was right on. But
Incredible guess there, Mr.
57,
Mr.
bro. He's almost
Reginald.
60 years old, bro. Like and like in terms of Jake Paul,
He might.
he's probably like in his prime. I mean, because he's not he's not obviously gonna be a legend boxer. Like
No.
he's probably in his best shape he's gonna be. It's not getting much better for Jake.
He does have the biological advantage.
Yeah. But like he's gonna go in there and beat a 57-year-old guy, or he's gonna get his shit rocked by a 57-year-old guy.
It's a danger. You think it'll end in a tie?
Is it real that?
There's no way. If it ends in a tie, that would be.
Well, is it real that like is it actually real, or is it just a joke that Jake Paul's wearing headgear? I don't believe it.
I don't.
I haven't seen like on a contract. I've just heard on TikTok
I don't
or
know.
like Instagram.
It would be a good idea.
Yeah, but it's who would watch? Who would pay? Like who would want to see that? Like Jake Paul with headgear versus Mike Tyson without headgear. Like low-key, Mike Tyson might need some headgear. He's fucking almost 60 years old.
Boxing is past its prime.
Yeah,
It
there
used
should
to
be no
just
headgear.
Beat the shit out of the other guy.
I
Give me CTE.
I'm not a fan of these these fighting sports. I don't know.
You don't like UFC?
No.
I like a good UFC fight. I don't like watch every Saturday.
I can understand like once in a while, like if I see like highlights, like why it'd be entertaining, because like you can see a person do some pretty cool shit. Honestly, it's pretty cool shit. I mean, to be able to knee someone in the face is pretty cool. But
I do like UFC. It's very brutish.
yeah, but that brutishness, you see, I find it. I don't know. It's like I can't stomach it anymore. I don't know what happened to me. Maybe it's my career. I think it's my career in football, actually. After having, played such a violent sport in which I have to just constantly run into people. I gave kids concussions.
Yeah.
I was given concussions. War isn't for me. That's what I've learned.
Mm-hmm. But some people just want to fight.
Yeah, but
some people just want to beat the shit out of you.
I think I think that says a lot more about them.
I know, like, why do you want to do that?
They're like angry people.
Yeah,
angry people exist, I guess.
Do you know what
anger
facts.
is? I mean, Mike Tyson bit someone's fucking ear off.
Yeah.
Do you know what anger is, though? Anger is the external way of expressing what is the internal emotion of sadness. So, I mean, it's almost like projection, right? Like, you feel so horrible that you want to make the world around you horrible. Is that something that we should be perpetuating?
They would be going out and stabbing people, but instead they're going to these organizations and they're only fighting other people.
Just because
that also agree to the fight.
Just because they're sad and angry doesn't mean they also can't comprehend the laws that exist.
I think if two guys agree to it, they have the right to just beat the shit out of each other.
They do.
I'm pretty sure if you challenge a cop to a fist fight and they agree, it won't they can't it becomes like a fucking fight at that point.
Are you sure?
But I mean, you can't be like already arrested. But like if you go up to a cop, I think it's just like if you like I don't know if you can like threaten them, but like if there's something happens.
Do they have to be off duty?
Maybe. But at the same time, I don't think so. Like I think if you see a cop and like something like you got like it's not like a fucking aggressive ass shit, but if you like say like if you were like a cop and you square up and it's mutually squaring up like as like a setup fight kinda, I think that you're not charged with like assaulting a police officer.
Okay.
Which would make sense. I mean, if they're literally like, yeah, let's fucking throw hands. Like
that does make sense, but
I don't know if this is true. I feel like I saw this like I heard this like in a class or something. Like
I don't know, man. I don't know. That doesn't sound right to me. I feel like I mean.
I want to look up. Can you challenge?
There's a lot of protections for police officers.
Yeah, fighting somebody and them being like, I'm not gonna let you just beat the shit out of me, self-defense.
I mean,
that's a lot different than two guys being like, we're gonna beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rock your shit and you're gonna rock my shit.
Right. Police officers are granted immunity. I mean, they have special protections as it is. So the idea that you could just enter a fist fight with them.
They are.
It might be like a challenge.
They're like the elite people.
Yo, I just looked up. Can you challenge it? What state is mutual combat legal? So I guess realistically, it doesn't. It's just like the law. It doesn't matter if they're a cop or not. So yeah, if they are a cop and they agree to it, yes. But it's the same thing for like a civilian. You can be like, yeah, we mutually agree to this.
Okay.
It's Washington and Texas. So that's it. They just mutually.
Why is that Washington State or D.C.?
State, I assume, because the other one was Texas and it didn't say D.C. after Washington. So.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So you should probably stay away from Texas and Washington. Okay. Do you know why? I'm taking the philosophy of law. Do you know why our legal systems are set up in this way, where we oftentimes are seeing punishment instead of actual
help,
justice?
Yeah, our legal system is terrible.
Yeah, it is.
Well, it's because instead of being predicated off of, the people's whims, right? Mm-hmm. It is predicated off of old British law, which is dictated by a king. And so we have these very bureaucratic systems that are inefficient. People are saying this constantly that, the legislature, Congress cannot pass bills. That's a very commonly stated thing. They're just too damn slow. Additionally, you have the judicial branch, which the idea that it's been politicized is incredible. That is really incredible. It's supposed to be objective, and yet you are including within it your own opinions regarding politicians. And
you're getting everything.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but that also applies to people. Like you have a bias against whoever you're. Like, let's say you're the jury. You're in the jury,
mm-hmm.
and the guy comes out, and he's in orange, and he's got like tattoos going up his face, and he's got like handcuffs on his back. The moment you see that guy, you're like, oh, he did that shit.
Yeah, he did that shit.
A primal part of you, even if you're like, oh, come on, that's obviously not the case. I deny it. Some part of you would recognize this guy might have done it.
Well, here's what I heard. So the idea is, so that's why you have the attorney. It's because like the attorney is supposed to be your face for the day, and so even if you go in with the jumpsuit, I was like, well, this guy supports me.
I just don't feel like it works. Like you're looking at the lawyer.
Work.
I think you're looking at the.
I mean, you should think about it. I mean, what's weird though, you have OJ for instance, like
He totally did that shit.
but yet he was
Did he
not.
though?
He was never in the
like,
jumpsuit.
Isn't it like something he covered up for like a...
Well, here's
someone?
so he lost the civil suits. So did he do it? Very likely. But the thing is, it wasn't likely enough to be proven, in criminal court.
I thought like he knew that his like... Didn't he have a son or something? Or someone... Like I thought like people say that his son did it and he just took the fall.
I just think I'm willing to just say OJ did it.
I'm not... I mean...
Stamp on it.
It's kind of the same shit. Like if he knew his son did it, it's kind of the same.
There was definitely a theory at the very least that he had hired someone to do it. And like whether it was his son or it was a hitman, whatever. But they're dead. OJ was likely at fault.
Yeah.
He is not a criminal, but with that being said,
Didn't the glove not fit, or did the
he
glove
is
fit?
liable. He is liable.
Yeah, but like immediately.
That's why I think if
after,
the glove didn't fit, it was his kid or something. Because I think he was still involved, but I don't know if he was the...
But did you
what
see?
kind of a case is that though?
I don't even know.
Hold on, OJ he beats his wife to death. He takes a glove off and throws it on the ground.
And her friends, two
and
people.
Then,
No, but
they
like he
bring
won the
glove to
case.
him?
So
Like-
that was found at the crime
And then
scene.
he tries to
so
put the glove on, and since he can't, he's not guilty.
Yeah. Did you see?
No.
Did you see the clip of it too? Like he was like literally like trying to make his hand bigger so that like he couldn't put it on.
It was so stupid.
It was like a joke. It was really.
Yeah.
It was like that could have been on The Simpsons.
That was a good defense.
Probably was. It probably had
was.
some
I think
I
fucking...
cannot
They
believe that
included
shit
OJ.
worked. That was amazing.
It's almost surreal actually. Like people like to look at these systems as if they're very complicated and they're something to venerate because of their complexity. But in actuality, there's only ever children that are running things.
Yeah. True.
And I feel like that's why an AI cannot do justice. Like an algorithm. I feel like there's like a moralities or something you gotta feel out. And we
True.
kind of try to disguise it with a lot of this, like, oh, wait, the lawyer represents him, and I don't know. That's probably for the better, but we try to present it as very objective, but I feel like morality, there's always going to be, like, the jury looks at this guy who looks like he did it, and part of them's going to be like, that guy looks like he would
Have you guys ever been...
stab his girlfriend with a toothbrush.
Yeah. Have you guys ever done jury duty?
I haven't.
I have. And
No,
I didn't get chosen, but like I was in there. And, like
You mentioned your mother received it and she thought it was yours.
Yeah, I'm an idiot. I forgot about that. Stupid people. But just kidding. I love you, Mom. But yeah, it is. It's really true. Like when you see the person who's like getting charged, where like this motherfucker probably. I forget what mine was. I didn't get chosen, but like I was like, yeah, this guy probably did it. He wasn't even in fucking handcuffs or anything, but he was like, he's wearing like fucking like. He's like kind of like, I don't know, he's wearing like hood rat shit if we're being real.
Right.
I don't know how to describe it, but like...
It's a general rule of thumb too, is if you're going to court and they're allowing you to dress the way you want, wear a suit.
I know.
Present yourself, best foot forward.
Like he's walking in wearing like a babe hoodie or whatever. You're like a shark or whatever.
You're done. And you guys found him guilty, I'm guessing?
I don't know. I didn't actually get chosen, but I was
Okay.
thinking, I was like in the room, like they were choosing the jurors, and I was like one of the last ones, luckily, so I didn't get chosen, but... And I was thinking to myself, because he was still there, because, like, I don't know, then he, like, make sure you're not, like, impartial or whatever, you're, like, impartial, whatever the fuck you have to be. So, we see him first, and, yeah. I saw him, and I was like, that motherfucker guilty. He was, like, a gun charge or something.
Possession?
Yeah.
Okay.
In the Brockton Mall.
Oh!
Should I be talking about this?
Yeah, it's fine.
I didn't get chosen. I don't know the details of the case. I mean, this is...
It should be. It's a
20
public.
people watch this.
It's not. Yeah. So he's not. It's not like he's getting exposed, and not only that, but
He's not. I don't even know his name, let alone
if you go,
would try to put it out
what was
there.
the court?
With his two, it was one of the two in Brockton. I don't even know.
All right. So if you go to the public records of the Brockton court systems, then you should be able to see the case. So it's perfectly fine.
But I ain't gonna even tell you the date because couldn't even remember if I tried. It was last year at some point though. That's all. You got 365 days to look through.
That's
and
a
you
lot.
gotta determine the right gun charge.
Yes. Once again, at Brockton Mall. So best of luck. But we'll move on to this, which you mentioned, but you don't know anything about that.
I don't really know. I was gonna look it up, but
Shohei Ohtani,
so apparently,
MLB star for the Dodgers.
yeah, I didn't really know much about him. I did know he was a big fucking baseball guy.
He's a
pitcher, isn't he?
hitter
Like
and pitcher. He does both. He's great at home runs. He's great at striking.
yeah, I was gonna say
people.
that's what's fucking like crazy about him. He's a pitcher, but he can also fucking knock that shit.
And
but,
he's Japanese.
yeah. But so I saw some shit, or I didn't see some shit. He
Did you
did.
like that? I remember what you'd said about saying things with an accent.
It's better, right?
It makes it feel realer, you know?
Yeah, you feel like almost your soul becomes someone else's for but a moment.
And that's what happens actually when you speak a different language. Like your personality shifts a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But going back to this,
That's pretty interesting that it shifts. But so yeah, he apparently he was gambling like a shit ton of money. But that's the thing about it. Like I don't really know much about it, but it was like I don't know if the guy's his manager or something. But like he said it was him that took his money and did it.
yeah. So
And that guy's now fired and now he's pressing charges. But
apparently his like super best friend, manager, trainer, everything, translator. Apparently, he was gambling to the tune of $4.5 million, and Mr. Ohtani did
Didn't
nothing
know.
about it. He didn't have any clue that this guy who was always around him was also gambling. You know,
his money.
he never No, it wasn't his money. It was his own money allegedly, and then he stole the money from Ohtani
To
to
pay it
try
back.
to pay it back.
Yeah.
Because he was in danger from like these shark-esque
Yeah.
people, I'm guessing. Maybe the Yakuza, which is a very big gang mob in Japan. So best of luck to you two. I'm guessing you guys are in some deep shit.
I mean, if they just have to pay the money, Shohei Ohtani's fucking rich as fuck. He's probably one of the most highest paid athletes ever.
He is the highest paid MLB athlete. He just signed a contract, $700 million.
How many years?
I think 5.
Like, dude, that's fucking insane. Like, how come baseball makes so much money?
Because they have a lot of money to play with.
Like, they still do though. Like, they're still making that much money. I feel like baseball's been passed.
That's a good question actually. Where are they generating all their revenue
like
from?
baseball is 1,000% not the America's best pastime anymore. Basketball and football, and I would even say hockey, are probably all more watched than baseball.
Yeah,
But it is hard because it's such like a nostalgic shit. But I know for a fact this like the football
I still
season
like
is
baseball though. I'm gonna be honest.
I've never really watched it, but what you say you about baseball? Do you have anything about that to say?
I like the Orioles.
I
the
have an Orioles
are
hat.
playing. I have an Orioles hat too.
Funky orange.
It's just a funny bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that bird.
I honestly I might wear that because it's just too kooky. It's too kooky to leave in my room.
Like
No,
MLB
it's too
must got
big.
some generational wealth to be able to pay fucking.
Generational wealth, definitely, yeah. I mean, I'm not sure what the exchange rate is for yen to USD, but I'm guessing it's probably still around $700 million. So I'm guessing, you know, he should be perfectly fine, and his manager should hopefully be taken care of when it comes to any legal implications.
Yeah, that is pretty wild.
He's also being investigated by the MLB, though. So
Yeah, 'cause
that means he could be suspended.
Yeah.
That would be very detrimental to the Dodgers, who basically need him.
Yeah, and they're
Starting
spending-
pitcher, their first hitter. I mean, come on. Actually, I don't know if he's first. He might be like third, but
fourth maybe.
come
Isn't
on.
isn't fourth like the good place? Because
It
could be bases loaded. Not that shit.
It might depend on the
Crowds
time of the game too. You know, like when the game's first starting out, maybe you don't really care about loading the bases.
True.
You know, you just care about getting any points up first.
That is very true.
And then once you need points, that's when you'll start trying to load and get that.
The only
Shohei
baseball
Ohtani.
I watch, like the only baseball I know.
Japanese do love baseball.
They do love baseball. They also love futsal for some reason. I don't
The
know
hell is
where.
that?
Futsal is a sort of subgenre of soccer where you play on a smaller pitch, which is their field,
Yeah, that I
with
know.
smaller goals, and it's much more skill based. Brazilians are the sort of originators of it. They played in their favelas.
Damn.
Ronaldinho is one of the best Brazilian players. He's a very famous futsal player. But
What's all? I have something to say. Are we done with this topic?
yeah, that's
I have another.
unless.
I was gonna have to bring up a different topic.
All right, yeah. So
Unless you want to talk about madness and rotting.
we'll move on. We'll talk about that later. What are you gonna bring up now?
Do you, I assume you guys have definitely seen the fucking bridge that came down.
Oh yeah, I heard about
Was
that.
it in Maryland?
Yeah, Baltimore, Maryland. I think it was in Baltimore.
Yeah, so a ship just collides with a bridge.
Yeah.
So here's
Unfortunate.
something
Pretty
I want you
crazy.
guys to know. This is a fun fact for you.
Is it?
No, it's not going to be fun. So the government oftentimes will attempt to, let's see, to mislead the public's attention
Yeah. Are you talking about P Diddy?
by introducing stories. Now, it can be 9/11, it can be a bridge collapsing, it can be a whole multitude of things. But so with 9/11, do you know what happened on that day? Or actually, a couple days before?
So much
What
money was
happened?
lost. They
$5 billion was lost from the Pentagon's budget. How does that happen? I don't know.
But are you gonna sit here and say that this isn't because of P Diddy? Are you on that train, or is there something else that I don't know about?
I don't know what.
Oh, okay.
P. Diddy, but,
P Diddy, he's
so-
like a sex trafficker. They just found this out.
Keeping that in mind, I take all of these stories with a grain of salt. You know, all of these disasters, because
What did happen?
I'm always thinking what actually. So a ship was just traveling.
It lost power. I mean, that happened. The bridge came down. I'm not saying it wasn't covering up for something else, but that bridge did come down.
The
Are you
bridge
denying
did-
that?
No, the bridge did collapse 100%, and the people from Baltimore proclaimed to be utterly in shock, which makes sense.
Yeah, I would be out of the
But I
shock.
don't think that was a government scandal. I think bad shit just happens.
I agree with Jeff. But
Sometimes, but
Same with that like train that fell over in Ohio. Like sometimes shit just breaks.
the Suez Canal is another example. You know what I mean? Like that's something that is almost impossible. The idea that a ship somehow.
oh yeah, that was
manages
crazy.
to-
I remember that. It was like the wrong way
yeah.
entirely.
Like-
he was like
yeah,
blocking
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Never given.
Like that almost takes effort.
Yeah,
to
for real.
perform a maneuver to con a boat that poorly. That takes effort, frankly. You know what I mean? So, like,
I think it was just might have just been big boat, small canal.
The thing that I gotta say,
It wasn't.
it's a
not
really big
lot
canal.
of room. I
2
don't
cargo
know.
ships are supposed to be able to travel at once. The thing is, though, when you start traveling perpendicular to the canal, you're gonna run into issues.
Hold on, let me pull up a picture of it.
You might actually laugh at how ridiculous it looks.
but you're saying so you think something else happened, and the thing that
Maybe,
I've seen a
maybe
lot
something
of,
else happened.
unlike the internet, the thing that I've seen people claiming that too, and the thing that they're saying it's covering up is P Diddy's sex trafficking thing that he just got exposed for.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what people.
So he was sex trafficking, was he?
Apparently,
I had heard that he was in a gay relationship with Meek Mill. That's what I was seeing on TikTok.
Yeah, this might have
I'm
just been incompetence.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. You know, like you
I don't know if it was malicious, but it was incompetence.
certainly.
I'm pretty sure they're looking for P Diddy,
So
the diddler. You never heard about this?
there is actually, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but were you guys aware of the enormous issue of sex trafficking internationally, but also in the United States?
What you say? Sorry, I was looking at a little bit of P Diddy.
When it comes to crimes, one of the worst crimes,
Is
and one of-
trafficking?
yeah, and it's also for some reason one of the most predominant. People just love to kidnap people and then sexually abuse them. They also exchange money as well, so you're effectively treating people as cattle.
It is an
But-
old trade.
But even still, you don't have sex with your cows unless you're Irish or Scottish. Sorry, it's the Scottish. It's the Scottish.
Just got us.
The wrong people. I'm sorry, Irish people. I love you. I'm Irish, but and black. So you know, you can't take the N-word pass away from me. But I forgot what I was saying now.
You got me thinking about 9/11, man.
You think Bush did it?
I
You
was-
do, obviously, because you.
I'm not saying
not
that. I'm not saying
I have
all
like
that.
the
It's
most
just-
banal take on it. I've got a very. I decided I'm just gonna Occam's razor it. They don't like us very much. It's fair.
Mhm.
I mean, they let anybody on a plane back then. They let you bring a gun on, and then they just fucking shoot into a building.
Yeah, but
Right.
look at this. Dan sent me this. It says, if you can read it, I don't want to block the responses.
ISIS claims responsibility for
see?
Baltimore.
ISIS claims responsibility for Baltimore. And then, but if you look, when you open it up, yeah, it's that. It's just that. So yeah,
And
fucking,
you, it was actually a prank. It
yeah,
took you-
I got pranked big time on that.
Took you to a photograph of a black male taking a shower
In milk, it looked like.
in milk. I thought it was like he was like a shampoo on him or something.
Yeah, maybe. It was like
I don't
some
know.
sort of weird liquid that.
It was regardless. It was a what is the word?
Regardless, you will.
Provocative picture.
Yeah. Like we have in the past, should put some pictures up in the podcast. There's no way we can physically put this one in.
Yeah,
you won't be able to see that.
I'm not gonna be able to put that one in because while I do say it's not made for children, children can still see it. So I'm guessing that would be a big no-no.
Yeah, that would be a big no-no.
You know, you pause the screen, mother.
And I think it would probably get taken down instantly. But then again, you guys remember that guy that like nared his asshole on YouTube?
What?
Ew.
What?
You heard about
That
that?
was educational.
Yeah, that was educational.
That was okay.
If you like somehow there's like a loop around on YouTube. If you like somehow can make it educational or like just say it's educational, you can pretty much just put porn on YouTube.
Hold on. So what is naring and what does that mean?
So
like putting chemicals in your butthole so your hair burns out.
Okay.
You can do that anywhere on your body.
That shit looks like it hurts. Eey.
So yeah, and
You mean
I never
a
saw
video
that.
of
I was so happy I never
and
saw
he
this.
uploaded it, rubbing it into his asshole. So people were. I did not see it of my
I
own
did
volition.
not
It was
see-
shown to me.
I didn't see it at all.
He was just
I'm
rubbing shit into his asshole.
How many views?
A lot.
a lot
Millions.
because after
Why?
Because
well,
it was a meme on Twitter.
yeah, because it ended
it's
up
probably
being-
still up.
it is 1,000.
Yeah, you
I'm
can
not
probably
gonna
find
lie.
it on X.
Just don't look that up.
It's on YouTube. I guarantee it's probably
It
still
is
on
on
YouTube.
Really?
That's the thing. If
Last
it's
time I
educational.
It's still the loophole.
I mean, and
applies,
realistically, that video of him naring his own asshole is more educational than some others. Like, there's some straight up like borderline porn on YouTube. It's hard to find, I would say.
What is this porn? Well, I don't think I've ever seen porn on YouTube.
You can definitely. Well, me and my friends, whenever we go to our buddy Mike's house, if he leaves the room unattended, there's a very good chance we will try to steal the Roku and put on how to put on a condom as fast as possible.
Yeah, that video.
Because we know we can just put a dick on his screen, and then he gets super mad when he comes back.
That video,
So
how to put on a
juvenile,
condom. I mean, again, that's another educational.
That's the kind of shit you can put on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, guy just. I've seen that video. I'm sad to say I
But
saw.
maybe porn has just ruined our perception of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but that's not. I'm not saying that's porn.
You did just say it was porn.
Nah, because I'm not saying like that. I'm not saying that the nared asshole is really porn either. Like there is some educational shit on there, but like I'm also saying there is some like borderline porn shit on there. Like where people are like, oh, we're demonstrating how to fuck. No, you just fucking know.
You've seen a video like this?
I don't know. I swear I did when I was like so young, probably like less than 10. Looking at it.
No, I don't think I ever
The
saw
only thing
that.
I remember is there was this show, because I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be very honest. I was a little kid and I tried to look up porn on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And
You
what
can't
I
just
saw,
look up porn. If you look up like
what I saw
sex, educational sex, you're
was
just
this
find it.
was a TV show called, I think, Sex Education or something. And the students would just have sex constantly.
Is it the Netflix show?
I don't know. Maybe.
Is it with Otis?
I don't know. Maybe.
That's kind
No.
of creepy.
Is it like is the
It
the
is kind of
wait,
creepy,
hold on,
but
is the
that's
point-
what I was getting into when
is
I
the
was
point of
young.
the show that fucking the kid like one kid his mom's a sex therapist or is that not is it a different show?
A sex? It might be. It might be.
Yeah, I've seen that show. It's in.
But-
Is it based in England, Britain? They speak English, like they have an
No,
English accent.
I don't think so.
Oh, then never mind.
They're going to they go to a university.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen like an episode or two of that on YouTube.
Okay.
I was probably. I'm not gonna say that.
Okay.
But you can guess what I was gonna say.
So.
I was a weird child. Let's put it like that.
Well, I mean, you.
I don't think I was,
you
though,
only know
because
what you know.
A lot
Only
of
know
like
what you
young
know.
boys fucking look up naked women on the internet. I don't think I was that
It's
weird.
very
for it.
easy to find.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I still do it. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But
I ain't gonna shame you, because I'm not gonna say I ain't do it myself.
it is what it is. You know.
Yeah.
I can
don't know.
appreciate women.
There's really nothing we can do about it. We can try to put like parental controls on shit but I feel like it's too everywhere.
Yeah, it's
That's the
everywhere.
thing. So Massachusetts has tried to instill in schools no Wi-Fi during school hours, in school zones. So the
Excuse me.
students will be, you're excused.
Thank
The
you.
students will be able to not use their cell phones whatsoever.
I can't use fucking.
Not to text parents. Not so in case of emergency. Oh, I
There
guess
is
you're
a way-
fucked, little buddy.
I don't know. I think Wi-Fi and like service are different.
Well, they've cut off everything.
Yeah, it's true.
To ensure you cannot use the phone.
I see.
Actually, yeah, I don't. They did that. They already do that. Like, or the schools are already like a dead zone for service anyway. Like, I remember. Actually, never mind. That just. I'm an
School
idiot.
Wi-Fi.
Never mind. But that
What
is
school
like
did this?
VR. Like, if you're not connected to the Wi-Fi, like you're not getting
Oh,
the
okay.
best. You're not getting the best reception. But I had a different thing in mind that I thought about it for a second, and It was just that their Wi-Fi was bad and not the.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Like these are actual dead zones. Like even driving by it, it just your phone's just fucking. Like, it's like someone threw an EMT at you. You know.
It might just be my phone, or maybe it's like my house or something. Like whenever my house power goes out, or whenever my router goes out in my house, and like the TV just not the power, the TV just still on shit. My fucking data does not work. Like it just loads. Like so, why do I have a fucking phone? I'm practically just using a fucking an iPad here. I don't have Wi-Fi, so I can't do shit.
Yeah.
It just pisses me off every time.
That buffering, man. That buffering is really annoying. Isn't
Yeah.
It?
But knock on wood, I like once a week my router would go out, like randomly once a week at least. And we did get a new router recently, and it has been good. Knock on wood.
I had a similar situation actually. I think it just got old.
Ours has been doing that since fucking day one. It's so fucking aggravating. I don't know why my parents took so long to fix it. But I could have, I guess, maybe. But
it wasn't a priority, I guess.
Yeah.
And then the ads don't load.
Yeah, that's like rubbing salt in the wounds.
Yeah.
The one thing you didn't want to see is what you're now waiting to experience. Wow, great.
It's like you're trying to go into a movie and the guy's like, "Wait, watch this," and then it just doesn't load and you have to wait for
yeah,
it
and
to
you
finish.
just hold on.
What you're going
You
to
just have to sit there awkwardly.
I mean, it's happened to me where like you just see a whole ad play, like yeah, my shit, and then it doesn't load the video. Is that what you meant?
Yeah.
Is that what you said? Yeah.
It sucks.
Wait, okay. The theme of the episode, we're bringing it back to the fucking bullshit ads.
They block
Bullshit
you. It's so
ads.
aggravating being blocked.
You know, literally, like, you practically can't go on the internet anymore without an ad blocker.
Right.
It's practically impossible.
Terrible. It's a wasteland.
Now, did you bring up this third topic here?
I don't know why I wrote that.
You didn't, I did, and I wrote it very badly.
Oh yeah, you wrote it.
All right.
Fred, why'd you write that?
Yes. What is up with this
I
third
wrote
topic?
that, I don't know, but what it made me think of was Balatro the Madness fucking...
Right.
I don't know if it's...
I think that's where I got madness from. I was thinking of madness.
There's a card of
Oh, and
Balatro.
rotting. That's what I did today.
Oh yeah,
So
you
we're
wrote
talking
it.
about. We gotta both talk about. No, you wrote it. I think I told you to write it.
Yeah.
Right.
So-
So you talk about madness.
I guess, hey, if we're talking about Balatro, you're in the presence of a goat, but...
Oh yeah.
King of Kings.
He's passed me.
I did. I took over Black Stake
No.
difficulty.
Okay. So what does that mean? So you've like won enough games as to where your rank is high?
Well, so like every deck you can play as, you start on a white stake, and that's just kind of like the base
Default
game.
difficulty.
Yeah, and then the
Okay.
next red stake.
If you
it's,
beat it, you go up.
Yeah, if you
Okay.
beat the so then on a red stake you get, it like makes it harder, then harder, then
Or
harder.
it's just higher than me.
Yeah, I beat
Okay.
one.
So he's just played more of the game than you, basically.
I don't know because
know.
I've won with more decks.
Have you?
Interesting.
Yeah,
I-
with the ghost deck, the tarot deck.
I've won. We have won like the same amount of times though.
Yeah, but you've won more vertically.
Yeah.
I've won them wider.
But what's harder?
Definitely going up is harder.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy. It's pretty easy.
It's easy to get honestly though, once you start getting past like the white blinds, like it does start to get harder.
I'm
like-
just bad at the game, I think.
Nah,
Getting wider. What does that mean?
yeah, what does that mean?
How do you
I don't
get
even-
wider?
Like get wide. What context did I say that?
Yeah, I don't.
Like you're saying your deck is getting wider as opposed to
Oh
vertically
yeah.
increasing.
So the cards are displayed left to right. You pick your card,
Wait.
and then you go up and down and pick your difficulty. So I've got more this way. I've won with different
Oh, right.
decks, but he's won with one deck more times.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't think that matters. I wouldn't. So do you think
I
that you
would
could
pers-
reach his level? It's just you've chosen not to effectively, or is it? Like,
Nah,
it
I
got so
personally- I don't think
difficult
he's
that-
chosen
I'm
not to.
deterred by it. I'm definitely
I-
deterred.
But
Are you?
here's the
You're
thing.
really deterred by it? You haven't tried black?
I have, and I'm terrible at it.
The thing is about it is green is if you beat green, you can beat black with ease. Like I think I beat green and black the same day. Like I beat it might have been a day apart, but like I was stuck on green for like days. It took me,
Yeah.
and then once I got past green, I was like, this one isn't as bad because it just like adds a joker you like can't sell if you buy it, so you don't even have to buy it.
Balatro the best game.
It's so goated, but the
Such
yo,
a good game.
the blue
Everybody who
stake-
plays it just fucking falls in love with it.
yeah,
It's like
genuinely.
crack.
It truly is like crap. But I got
Okay.
such a goated run for my thing. But yeah, the madness, that's a joker where every like time you play you pick a blind or you select a blind, so you play the round is pretty much it'll destroy a different random joker, but it gets plus 0.5 mult times 0.5 mult plus. So eventually it can just be going like eventually if you do it enough you can get like 5 times mult, but This kind of sucks because you don't get like a flat mult to multiply the mult. It's kind of difficult to say, but
Do we have classes tomorrow?
I don't.
Tomorrow's Friday.
Yeah, tomorrow's Good Friday.
Yes. Oh, okay. That's not a recognized holiday.
I don't think so.
I don't have class.
You know,
Why, are we gonna ballot show tonight?
I am gonna ballot show tonight.
Yeah, I'll ballot show it up tonight.
Definitely had a ballot show.
Dude, when I beat it, I couldn't wait to just like spread my joy of. I had to tell Jeff. I was like, I beat it. I was so happy when I beat Black Steak. Pause.
Good for you.
I don't know
man.
why.
I'm glad. I'm glad
Thank
that you were
you.
able
'Cause,
to
like,
achieve such high.
A part of it is like it is like a you have to be like you have to think about what you're gonna do, what your jokers are gonna end up being, and
It's like you were playing chess.
in a way, I mean,
More like solitaire, I hear.
it is more like
You
solitaire.
just
actually-
play cards with yourself.
I played chess for the first time, actually.
Really?
Yes.
It's hard.
Is it fun?
It's. What do you mean? Well, there's a lot to think about. Yeah. It's something that you certainly shouldn't do if you're tired, right? Like you have to focus up. You know.
You know what I love?
What?
An auto chess. You ever heard of an auto chess?
No.
You ever heard of League of Legends?
I have indeed.
Have you ever heard of League of Legends Teamfight Tactics? You ever heard of that game? I assume you probably wouldn't know, but he might have. But if not, so it's like, I don't play
Is
this
that
one.
where you just put things down
Yes.
and they like fight each other on their own?
It's an auto battler, auto chess. That's what it's called. But
Hmm.
those games are too advanced for me. Like, but that the economy in Balatro is literally is very much similar to those games. It's practically the exact same.
You're like playing multiple games at once.
Yeah, it's
You're both
fun.
trying to get money, but you also have to spend the money so that you stay alive.
Yep.
Okay.
But in these games, you like select characters from like a pool that everyone shares most of the time. Some of them aren't all like this. So everyone shares the pool, and like if someone else is going for this build, like the synergies, like if you got enough of the same class, you'll get like a buff to that class. And so if someone's going for that, you might not get the things you need. But I forget why I brought this up.
Why you brought it up?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't. I forget. That's what I just said. I mean, I can bring it to something to talk about, which is kind of sad in my life. This game, it is an auto battler. You guys know Clash Royale.
Yes.
That people who made that were making a game, and it's been being made for like 2 years. And they did the thing where it's like in beta only in like Canada. So I was still playing it, but like I had to make a Canadian Apple ID. And after 2 years of developing that game, they just are killing it.
That's ridiculous.
It's sad. And it just had such like the progression is like it's still they still need to work on it, but like they just added like the synergies. Like before there wasn't really synergies, but like now there's like actually like if you put the same like rangers on the board, like they get like a buff, and like it was actually starting to become like a fun game, and
Okay.
it's just
And
now
they
they're killing
canceled it?
Yep.
Yeah.
They killed it on you, huh?
And
Just
that's
as it was
Supercell's
getting good.
fucking yeah. Supercell, the people who make Clash of Clans, like
Bozos.
they're so bad at fucking making games,
They
bro.
spend half the year on vacation.
They do. They're summer like from like summer and like months before and after they're fucking on vacation. Actually,
What is this company?
Supercell. They're from Finland.
Bum, bum, bum,
I think it's a
bum.
Finland thing that you have to have a certain amount of vacation.
Oh, I see.
Speaking
those
of
socials.
Finnish games, I remember why I wrote that now. I've been playing Fear and Hunger. Like
That's a
crazy.
Finnish game.
That's a Finnish game. I don't know what's going on in Finland, but they just keep making crazy games.
I guess so.
What did you write that inspired you to talk about Finland?
Madness and rotting. I can tell you why because
I
that
wrote
game is
that
fucking
because I've been
madness.
listening to a lot of like Fear and Hunger lore, so I keep hearing words like that. So I guess it was the first thing I
Fear and
thought of
Hunger is
when I
the
came in here.
Finland game, right?
But that game is also from Finland.
Okay.
I remember now.
Yeah, but Supercell. Sad what they do. Like they just kill their games.
Mm.
Like
The Beach.
Yeah, Boom Beach. They should kill
Sometimes-
that one. It's fucking terrible. Like they're gonna put that Boom Beach out, but they're not gonna put out this fucking game.
Sometimes the formula just doesn't catch on, you know? Maybe it wasn't making enough money.
Yeah, it probably wasn't, but at the same time, yo, like their whole goal is like I watched a video about this, and like the guy made so much sense. They have a mission statement, and one of the main things is to have as many people as possible play their games. And okay, so you release the game before it was ready. So when people played it, they were just turned off by it. Like if you had to enjoy the core elements of the game to really like understand, it was gonna be fun eventually. And it became fun. It wasn't the best at first, but they shouldn't have released it. Like everyone played the game when it wasn't fun. So like, and it's not even released to the rest of the world. So the chance of people like retaining the player base is so fucking low because there's not even enough players.
Maybe you just need a different auto battler to fill
do.
that hole in your heart.
It's not even the auto battle. They killed since Brawl Stars. You know that game. It's been out a few years now. Supercell has killed 7 games before they even got like people like the masses even got to play them.
Is Brawl Star by Supercell?
Yeah, it's another one by
Wow.
Supercell. That's the last game that they put out.
That's a pretty good.
And guess what? That's the thing about it.
How's it doing?
After 5 years, it's been. I think this includes beta, but after 5 years, just now it is at its biggest growth ever. So motherfucker, just let these games grow. They're gonna keep growing. That's what they want. They
Right.
want them to get bigger. And guess what? Brawl Stars is at its biggest after 5 years. They should have just let this game develop, in my opinion.
You think it could have been a hit?
I think it could have. Maybe it wouldn't be as big as like a Clash of Clans. I don't think it could have because.
And neither is Brawl Stars.
Yeah, because like the auto battle genre isn't the biggest genre. You know what I mean?
I don't think they're gonna have anything as big as the Clash
Clash of
games,
Clans.
the Clash Royale.
I think the Clash Royale is probably their biggest game now.
Clash Royale is
That's a
good
special IP. It's become a.
And guess what?
Iconic.
This game I'm talking about, it was that IP. It was Clash Mini. That was the name of the game. It was all Clash characters. They had their fucking background. People knew the characters. And guess what? Not only do people know the characters, there's a character in that game that it was brought in that game first, and now it's in Clash Royale. It was in that game first. That shit was introducing stuff to the Clashverse, and now it's just killed.
I just can't see the same attention that Clash Royale gets going to Clash Mini.
Well, I don't like
the
Clash
people-
Royale. It's so unbalanced.
Clash Royale, it is in a weird place. I'm through with it.
I could never play that game. Like, you just, even if it was balanced, like, you just play your level 10 cards and you'll play a level 14 card. Like,
Yeah.
okay, you win, I'm fucking fucked here.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, I don't play that shit.
cold world.
The only one I play is
Doggy
Brawl
dog.
Stars. I love Brawl Stars. It's a fun game. I spent the most amount of money, probably for all games, I'd say, on Brawl Stars. But that's just because I've played it since it was like out. I think Brawl Stars I've played the longest ever of any video game. And it's a phone game. That's probably why, because like there's no games on your phone really.
I've only ever played Brawl Stars on Xbox.
It's not on Xbox. What game did you play?
Oh, Brawlhalla is what I'm.
Yeah, you were.
Brawlhalla.
So that's not Supercell.
That's not Supercell.
All right, so that's the game I'm thinking of. I don't even know what Brawl Stars is.
Yeah, it's like a what's it called? You ever heard of Overwatch?
Yeah.
It's like a very like tuned down version of that for your phone. But
Okay.
like actually, for your phone, it's done pretty well. But it's not gonna be a fucking good like console game. You know?
What game are we
Right.
talking about?
Brawl Stars.
It's not really like Overwatch. It's like a top-down.
Yeah, but that's why I said it's on your phone.
It's like nuclear phone.
Nah, it's like Overwatch in the sense of you have to like craft a team kinda. It's like 3v3, and like there's game modes where you're like controlling points. That's why I said it's Overwatch or like
Nice.
Overwatch. But yeah, it doesn't
It's a
really
top-down shooter,
Yeah, it's a
yeah.
top-down shooter, but it plays kind of like Overwatch. You have like
Okay.
you need to like fill roles for your team, like support, damage, frontline, aggro. They call it like aggro, fucking throwers. You need a thrower.
Balatron's so refreshing, man. You don't have to deal with any of the bullshit.
Sure, Balatro really is.
Balatron just
So-
came out and it's good.
Yep.
You
Even
should-
though the
It's-
fucking
yeah,
even
well,
though the creators
it's
like
only ever trying to be it.
You gotta try it. Actually.
it's coming to phone. You don't have to
Once
ask.
it comes on mobile, it's over.
You think it's gonna be bad or?
No, I'm just never gonna do anything else.
Yeah, facts. But no, that's something I have to ask. Do you think you'll be able to sign with your Steam account on mobile? Yeah, right.
No, I think you have to start over.
Fuck, dude, I don't want to start over.
Mhm.
I will though, cause it's nothing else to fucking do.
Yeah, dude.
If it's impossible to sign on your Steam account, I would be so happy.
That would be nice, but I feel like that gets muddy.
Yeah, it does kinda.
Who knows? Maybe it'll just come. Maybe you'll need the Steam app to play it, and it'll be like laggy.
Hope not. I hope it's just on the App Store. Not even real.
Because I don't want to have to use the internet to play it.
Yeah. That would not be good. It's an offline game. I want to play it offline.
Yeah, they'll probably
Yeah.
just sell it. And
I
you
think
probably
it
won't
does.
lose it. You won't get your progress out.
Yeah.
That is one thing I do enjoy about Epic Games, though, is you don't need to be
A lot of games are doing that.
connected to
It's like you have an account, you can go on any like platform that you're saying.
not even any platform. Like if I don't have Xbox Live and so I'm not connected to the Wi or
Oh yeah.
something like that. Like I'm not connected to like the Wi-Fi or something.
I think that's a thing though.
I can still play Rocket League or Fortnite.
Yeah, I think that's a thing. I'm pretty sure. I know on the Switch. If you're saying that about like Xbox, I assume it's for everything. But I know on the Switch, all free games you don't need a membership. If it's an online game, you don't need a membership to play. If
The
it's a
thing
free game.
with the Steam account being online though is they make it a lot more worth your while in return. Like that's the thing with Valve. They give you the okay, this account is more secure, it's harder to play on other devices, or you have to be logged in.
I hate fucking that. I hate
You get to have your fucking
bullshit that they do.
profile, show all your best items and shit. Like, you actually have a part in the economy. It's interesting.
So is Steam basically like its own like
It's
app
a
store, or
Yeah, it's the best one.
Does
There's
it
a
all-
community market for games and shit.
see?
It
But
boots
does
up
it
pretty quick.
does it also contain sort of these AAA games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Like
But
But the
Overwatch is
problem
on
with
there.
the AAA games is then they make you download their launcher.
Not always. Does Overwatch make you download its launcher? Why is it even
I
on
don't
Steam?
think
You have to download.
Overwatch does, but
Alright.
I'm pretty sure like Siege does.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Games
That's different though.
are
I think you
really-
need to have you just need to have Ubisoft installed to play because
Yeah,
Siege is
I hate
fucking
that.
terrible and it's
I hate
run by
that.
Ubisoft. Yeah,
But,
Siege is awful. Like that motherfucker likes it right there. The only way I've ever even thought about the game is because he plays it and he's kind of funny
Yeah.
and it's something to watch. I like
I
watching shit when I'm
agree.
playing Battlefield or listening to shit.
Balatro.
The only time I've ever like actually sat and watched like gameplay of Siege is through
It's him,
Jinsky.
yeah. You revive the game if we're being real. I would still never play it. I don't know how people play it. It looks so fucking boring. It doesn't even have aim assist on a controller. Boring. Like I don't want to fucking do that. I ain't gonna use a controller in the first place. But the game is
I
like
feel shooters are meant to be played with a mouse. But
I
then
agree.
again, my friend plays on a controller with people.
Tommy?
Who, Griffin.
oh, but he's not. He's gonna play like what's it called though? Like
Griffin
CS:GO. He
plays-
plays like CS:GO with a controller. I feel like that is possible because it was on Xbox at one point.
All I know is that he plays Fortnite on a controller, and he's like the second best at it in the whole group.
Dan plays Fortnite on a
And
controller.
there's like 10 of us.
Well, I was gonna say Dan plays Fortnite on a controller.
When
And
do we have this room till?
I have no idea.
7:30.
Okay.
We do?
I don't know. You pick up the key.
I picked up the key at like 6:15 or 5:15.
I think it should be 7. So I think we're 5 minutes over. So I'm not sure what's gonna happen, but we've hit it. We've hit an hour, so we're doing good.
Yeah, we had. What was I gonna say? I forget. Something about fucking bullshit ass Siege.
Let's see. What is something I could discuss?
Hold on, it's 7:00 right now. I want to just look at that. I know Jinxie streams around now. Jinxie, he's not streaming, bro. If he doesn't stream, though, like it is getting crazy. Like I see it all over the place. Like everyone shits on him for being a part-time streamer, and it's like actually like fucked how little he streams for how many subs he has. Like, bro, you got like the most subs on Twitch. Fucking stream.
Yeah, it's like he doesn't want to make money. or
Also,
something.
look at this. Like, what is this? This is Twitch.
I didn't think you could do that.
who is this?
Strawberry Tabby. I've seen so many videos about her, fucking like some of the other people like that.
But
Moist
that's what I
Critical.
was saying. They used to make you pay for that shit.
Yeah,
You know, they just
Well,
do
you
it for
still
free.
can though. You can still give them money through the stream.
and they're not like getting fucked yet. Like that's a
But
that.
the only thing that giving them money is going to give you is it's going to say your name. I
Yeah,
don't know. I feel like they're just like
they're doing that to promote their OnlyFans though. Like she still has something covering her fucking. She has a little sliver of. She has a thong on that's covering that hair shit a little bit. So you have to go to the OnlyFans if you want to see that. The rest.
Right. I mean,
But that's-
imagination will only take you so far.
But like you don't have to buy a magazine. It's just straight up like there it is
Yep.
for free. That's incredible.
Yeah, Moist Critical's been talking about this a lot. Like, so he's posted a shit ton of videos about how Twitch is just fucking. Like, they don't know what to do about this.
It's decadent.
Yeah.
in a
What do you
way.
mean they don't know what to do about
Like,
it?
they don't know how to like, cause they keep like changing the like there was like Twitch. I don't know what it was, but they like made porn like practically fine for like I forget it was for like 24 hours, and then they instantly went back on it. They're like, yeah, we can't like it's too crazy. Like we can't do this. And ever since then. They like there's so many like OnlyFans models. Like have you heard about I forget her name, but she wore like green like Nike Pros, and she like played Fortnite on her ass. She like just put the camera on her ass, like green screened it, green screen Fortnite on it, and just played, and you just saw her ass and her playing. That's
Really?
what Twitch has become.
So you're like gooning and gaming at the same time.
Yeah, that's what Twitch has become.
That's like an
It's
amoeba.
as he calls it, it's the new meta. It's the new Twitch meta.
Yeah, that's some of the amoeba brain activity.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't
That's the
know.
first time I ever saw one in the wild. I've never seen one in like one live out there.
See, this is the
I wanna
thing.
see-
Though.
hold on, that clip.
Realistically, there's an old expression: If you're so smart, why aren't you rich yet?
Yeah, Cliff's got 14 people watching him. I wanted to bring up that.
You can be really stupid and get money because of it. That's another thing.
That is Jinxie. That is so many
thing.
streamers.
You know what I think it is?
Who was his friend there too?
Sketch.
Yeah,
that is Sketch. Oh, brother, he's literally his whole personality is being a fucking idiot, and he just
What's
gets
up, brother?
money. And then like people like found out it wasn't real. No shit, bro. Like you thought he was actually like this?
Well, I'm not sure what that is, but people are always confused about this too. Like they had the same concerns about KSI and the same concerns about like.
Like they're putting on a performance of some sort. Like they might be like this a little bit.
Do
but
you
like,
remember Tobuscus?
Yep.
That was another big one.
Adventures.
Who we thought he was really some goofy guy. Like he's not a toddler. He's a grown man. You know. You're surprised that he's doing grown things. What does that mean? Why?
Was he a pedophile or did he like rape someone? I forget what it was.
I think he was. Yeah, it was like he had a relationship with someone who was young. I don't know if it was.
It was something sexual.
He's probably registered now, but I don't know if it was like.
That's the thing. I don't know if it was
I think
a child or if he just raped. It might have been of age. I feel like he might have just raped someone.
Really?
I don't know for sure. Look it up.
I don't know. I thought
happened
it
to
was
fucking
like
Toby Tobuscus.
I thought it was like the case, almost like a case of student teacher, where the teacher
That's
gets
wild.
punished for a consensual relationship.
That's maybe you are right because that happened to like so many like Minecraft YouTubers. They're all getting blown up for being fucking pedophiles and
It's
shit.
a big YouTube thing, huh?
Yeah, I mean mostly Minecraft because they're all children, but
Right. That's like that. That's their only fans, and so like when they get groupies, it's a 13-year-old, and they're like, yeah, that'll do.
yeah, his ex-girlfriend April Fletcher, aka April F, made rape accusations.
Made rape accusations. So it is full. He's a predator.
I think. Well, I mean, if in 2014 they're still saying accusations, is he? I don't know.
I see. So
I don't know when that was. I think it was supposed to last year.
He's an alleged rapist.
I mean, he maybe not. Maybe they just worded it weirdly, but
I don't
to
know.
say there's still accusation, I feel like he would say if he's fucking if it's been proven or not.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if he is. I don't want to assume. Here's the thing with the court of law, is I think it's kind of poop. It's kind of poop at times. So like, the thing with OJ, like maybe OJ should have been guilty. Maybe R. Kelly should have been guilty. At the same time, though, there's so many people who should not be guilty. There's even more people who should not have lost in civil in civil court. The idea that there's a big issue. It's called legal realism, and the idea is that basically, what is it? Retrofitting to one's priors, where you'll subconsciously repeat a sort of a logical reasoning that you had made for a court case in an analogous court case.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, well, you think, well, yeah, that's how you should do it. But no, because everything is circumstantial. So, basically, it is very easy for laws to not only be applied incorrectly, but for this system that is actually supposed to bring about retribution and justice to instead bring about even more conflict.
We got a lot of conflict in this fucking place. We call home.
It's poo-poo, it's no bien. I think it warrants some, at least thinking about changing it, right? Like,
yeah.
But no, to the United States, SCOTUS is untouchable. You can change amendments, you can change constitutions, you can change the judges when they want to retire, or if they are in some way, shape, or form involved in a scandal, in which case they must step down. But
why did that happen recently? They were saying it like that.
I think fairly recently, like within a few decades, half a century or so. But
in the last 50 years, you said?
Around there, 30 to 50 years.
Damn, that was a while ago then, possibly.
Yeah, but I mean, started in 1765, so I guess it's not too long in the grand scheme of things.
I totally just zoned out for like the past 5 minutes.
Yeah, I could tell. It was almost like you were looking through me,
Well, I wanted to be polite. I wanted to maintain eye contact. But
I appreciate it.
I was looking at the gentler immaterial things of our, in this room.
Yes, it is a fairly vibrant room. It's very different from what we're used to.
But I was looking at the things the eyes cannot see.
What are you going on about?
What am I going on about? So I was staring off into nothing. I was looking at the gentler immaterial things.
What were you? What visions did you see?
They cannot be explained to mortal man.
But to you, they can.
Creasy, yeah, because, you know.
So are you immortal?
Am I immortal?
Immortal.
Are you the immortal? Have you watched Invincible
Well, I
yet?
haven't died yet, so we don't know if I'm immortal.
That's a very good point.
There's no way.
Theoretically, you are immortal.
There's no way
Damn,
to
theoretically,
test it.
we're all immortal until we die.
You're not. You're not immortal. I know.
No, we all are, though.
No, you're not, Freddie. I know you're not immortal.
We all are.
We exist in a superposition like the cat in the box.
But
you know,
Mr.
Schrodinger?
Sure, Schrodinger's cat, yeah.
Schrodinger's cat?
You know how I know that?
What?
Why?
Big Bang Theory.
And you understand.
Great.
I
Sheldon.
understand it.
That's
Have
good.
you seen Young Sheldon?
I have, not as much. We talked about how I watch Big Bang Theory and I like sitcoms.
Yeah.
I don't watch them that much anymore, but I definitely, actually, if I am like just doing something, I will always either put on, I love to just throw on Big Bang Theory or Friends. If I'm like just not like paying attention to the TV entirely.
I don't know why I'm so perturbed by Big Bang Theory. I just don't like it.
I don't like the laugh track.
That's why Young Sheldon. Everyone
Oh,
will
you
love.
know what? That might be it. That honestly might be it.
Yeah, the laugh track does make shows just annoying.
Yeah, but like if it's an older show, I can accept it. The
Like
idea
Friends?
the idea that it's newer and they still added it.
It's
why?
the genre.
Why?
Sitcoms
No.
are
Yeah,
supposed to
because
be
now
like that,
they
and
like
they're
pause for it.
Yeah.
They pause
Yeah, have you ever
for it.
seen Friends without the laugh track and they're just like all sitting around waiting for the laugh to go?
They used to like put on a play and then people would just laugh at it when
Right.
the sign lit up. And now it's like,
That's crazy to think about. You're instructed to yes, please laugh now.
so maybe it's on.
No, you know what's crazy though?
Audience,
You know
please
the laugh track that we listen to
What?
when it's being played? Think about it.
I'm
More than likely, all the people in those videos are probably either so old or dead
Mm-hmm.
in that laugh track that we always hear.
Yeah, you're listening to dead laughs.
Yeah.
Because people don't laugh like they used to.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that's something that doesn't change. Like it's even sort of cross-cultural, you know?
Yeah, it may have gotten worse. I mean, there was last time somebody like laughed themselves to death was a Greek dude,
That happened?
allegedly.
I mean, I could see that low key. If something's so fucking funny, you can't catch your breath. Ah!
But like you have to be like choking on food, like that makes sense. But like if you're just like normal state and then you just start laughing and you die.
Have you ever like laughed so hard though, like your
Something
chest
has gone
hurts?
horrific.
Like that's never
They're
happened to
just
you.
Wild people.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you're laughing so hard, or like maybe not your chest, but like
Normally
you
it's
feel like tighter.
Yeah.
You feel like tighter.
my
Yeah.
abdomen, like you
I
get
could-
sore.
I
Yeah.
could see
Your-
that killing
your
a
abs get
guy
sore.
with a weak heart.
True. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you got like a that reminds me of one of my friends, their father, issue with their heart valve. They're gonna have to go into surgery. I wish you the very best. Godspeed to you, sir. I wish you. I pray for you.
Godspeed, Spider-Man.
Yes, Godspeed, Spider-Man.
I actually just watched. I didn't finish it. I just watched some of, practically all of it. The No Way Home.
You haven't watched that yet, huh?
No, I have, but
Oh, okay.
I just
Rewatch.
rewatched
Can I mention the thing that the guy was laughing to death over because it's bothering me now?
No,
no, you didn't say what he was laughing about.
Because he fed a fig, which I think the joke is that figs are kind of expensive. He fed a piece of like a fig to a donkey, and then he said, "Now give it some wine to pair with it," and it like wasn't even really that funny.
Yeah.
And he just laughed himself to death over it.
Okay,
I guess it just had to be there.
that's good.
That's what comedy was back in the day.
No, but I mean, I don't know.
The oldest joke is like,
You know that Fig Newtons are named after a town in Massachusetts? And guess where I learned that from? Also, Sheldon specifically on Big Bang Theory.
That's great. That's really good.
Because was the dumb one, Penny? He was like, he was trying to like teach her about shit, and he said something about Isaac Newton. She like references Fig Newtons or whatever. And he's told her that they're from
Newton, Massachusetts.
Yep.
Really? So maybe I ought to give a fig tree a try.
I don't
because
like Fig Newtons though.
I don't think I've ever had one. But like I like Massachusetts, so like maybe I'll like the figs. I like cranberries.
But is that the same?
They're similar. They're both fruits.
Yeah.
Fruit Massachusetts fruits.
a dog walks into a bar and says, "I cannot see a thing. I'll open this one." That's the first bar joke. They didn't really have the formula down yet.
Wait, what?
No, I don't think
No.
they did.
I don't understand it.
Here, I'll read it again. A dog walks into a bar and says, "I cannot see a thing. I'll open this one."
When was this? When was that made?
Like 4,000 years ago.
All right, so I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. You know,
They had bars back then?
or maybe it's like the equivalent.
Well, like a tavern.
Yeah.
Probably.
Hey,
They definitely had places where people would go to drink.
hey, a dog walking into the cantina and you fucking...
Wait, you don't think they went in? They had
Cantina.
like places where they kept all the wine they made. They've been
True.
making alcohol forever.
The first thing.
A winery, yes.
Alcohol was like truly the first thing that people were just getting fucked on.
Beer was a big thing.
Up like plants, I mean.
Yeah, they just fermented that shit.
I'm saying, I think people have been smoking plants for just as long.
They've been eating berries
Jamaica.
probably too and getting fucked off berries.
Jamaica love that weed.
People just do whatever they can to get high wherever they're from.
Yeah,
man.
facts
That's
actually.
culture.
Nah, but do you think that people thought to light up a substance and smoke it first, or do you think that they start to?
They ate it
Dis-
and
They chewed it.
then... I'm guessing it probably started with
Like-
chewing.
You get high off chewing weed?
But like, that's like, it's like, what is it? It's like...
Terpenes?
Yeah, it's like if you were to convert it to butter.
If
It's
you're a
just
caveman
compressed.
who's never smoked a cart before, maybe chewing on a pure leaf might do it.
Or maybe you have to collect a large amount of them and, you know. But even still, it's possible. It's the same thing with shrooms, you know.
Yeah.
Like, if you collected one shroom, I'd probably
No, but
still be
then
quite
like
a bit,
the original like alcohol came from someone eating a fermented fruit, right? They just ate like a fruit that was rotted, and they
Like
started
that.
feeling funny, and like, oh shit, like this kind of feels good,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
That sounds right.
I'm pretty sure like the first, because it wasn't like alcohol at the time, but like that's what alcohol, they fermented fruits and fermented wheat, right?
If that's the theory,
Is that,
I
do they
like
ferment
it.
wheat?
Right.
Right, yeah, whatever the hell it is.
Um,
What are you saying?
I like your theory on the first guy who ever got drunk.
I'm pretty sure
That's satisfying to me.
Hey, it makes sense. I think it makes pretty good sense.
but is that... If you ate a raw fruit, would it make you feel as if you were intoxicated?
You would feel woozy and shit, and it must have felt good enough that the person was like, I want to replicate this.
Mm-hmm. Or do it again.
Yeah, cause like I mean,
Yeah, they said, wait a second. What if I take more of them?
It would be hard to get me to eat a rotten fruit twice.
but
You should never
So
make the
maybe-
same mistake twice.
It wasn't the first guy who ate a rotten fruit. It was the first guy who ate a rotten fruit and then did it again.
true.
He discovered it.
That is true.
The first guy who never stopped eating rotten
It was the
fruits.
first guy who ate a rotten fruit and survived,
And just kept
and was like,
eating
"Yo,
them.
this shit's fucking pretty good. You just don't let it rot too much, and then you'll be fucking good."
Too much rot.
That's why, like, you did mention something about, like, having sense when you're, you know, engaging in endeavors. I think common sense is a scam.
In what way?
Well, you're either right or you're wrong, and
I think common
It's a coin
sense
toss.
it's something that can flow because
it can get you, having no common sense can get you killed, but I mean, it can also
Yeah.
discover alcohol, which is the greatest thing everyone's ever discovered. That guy could have been eating death worms.
well, there's another aspect to it too, where it's just like so that's looking at it from a very like what is the word they use? Inter-individual or something? I don't remember what the word is. There's 4 quadrants for where you can break down all of the sciences. And that would fit into like the most simple one where it's like, you know, you're looking at things very, you know, just through your senses.
Mm-hmm.
And then as you go down the quadrants, you start to extrapolate more.
Right.
From an extrapolated view, there is such thing as deviance. And deviance is required in order for societies to say, I don't know, like develop technologies or to create
Right.
entertainment mediums.
You need a guy who isn't afraid of potentially being stupid
Potentially being stupid.
or wrong. Like,
Also,
nobody liked Charles Darwin
Well,
when he was writing those books, except for
it's-
sciencemen.
it's not even about that. It's even if you're willing to just simply put out what you do know, like you wouldn't be able to grow unless you had some sort of foundation to work upon, and that is whatever you are currently thinking.
Right. But I don't think you're gonna learn how to tell what is good and what isn't unless you try.
Right.
There is no
Trying
do. There
can
is
be very
wait no.
risky.
There is no
but-
try. There's only do.
There
Some
is.
guy just ate a fucking rotten fruit.
That's what we'll. But we're getting a little late. I guess we don't really need to leave. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. Maybe we did have it to 7:30.
But
Maybe no one has it after. They don't care.
but
That'd be cool.
there's a little thing I did want to talk about: fear of failure.
Mm.
So, the idea is that you are so consumed of the idea that you will fail that you pretty much end up doing everything possible to fail. And if instead you were so concerned about, say, not winning, then you would do everything in your power to win. That would make you more likely to win. right? So one of the biggest issues with the fear of failure is it's a core belief. It's a downward spiral, right? Like you're constantly thinking that you're gonna fail, and so you're only ever in this pathology where failure is the next step. And so maybe you start getting things wrong a little bit more often than you usually do, and you see that as a sign, okay, I actually am failing now. And then you keep going down the spiral where eventually you are just a failure.
Yeah.
But that's ridiculous. You know, I could never stress this enough with the probabilities. You have the long run probability and you have the short run probability. The short run probability is always changing.
Because people fail at something and then they go, I can't do this.
Yes.
So they never get better.
But if you looked at the long run, just because you start out horrible doesn't mean that every time you do it will be the worst ever time. As a matter of fact, oftentimes the more time you put into something, it'll be the opposite, right? You'll start to get better and better at it.
Yeah.
It's a double-edged sword, though. You know, it's the beginner's... People talk about beginner's luck, but there's also I don't know, I guess a beginner's wound, you know, where you have to just endure being horrible.
Right, because we desire perfection.
Do you have anything to add here, Freddie?
I was not listening.
Okay.
Sorry, I have to apologize. I was just, they were fucking saying some shit.
That made me think of this, because the first time I had tried to, like, shuffle cards like this, it was like, I'm not great at it, but it was the worst thing you've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not good at it.
Yeah, it's something
the cards
you
just
just have to
fucking
keep doing.
went everywhere, so I just sat down with it, and I'm still terrible at it. And I still keep doing it. I'm just...
And there he goes.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Make of that what you will.
Make of that what you will. Is that your deck of cards?
Yeah.
You walking around with them now?
Just in case I want to play a game.
How we feeling? You want to keep going? Or?
I don't care.
That can be our closing lesson.
If you want it to be.
Tenacity.
Okay. I have a lot of editing to do.
The more
I saw that at the previous episode.
Well, yeah, man. You don't have to rush. We have fucking 9 episodes out.
Yeah.
We're on too much of a rush.
Yeah, you're right.
Well,
But now we got some episodes in the back burner too, and
it's a lot lined up.
better than
Do you
having
wanna
to
just-
rush to record.
Like, do you just want to call it? Are you done? Or
Oh, I mean, we can keep going.
I'm
Okay.
good to keep going,
I don't care. I'm down with everything. I don't
but
care.
see if you can get the room longer. Huh?
I can't. Because I already booked another room. You would have to. I'll do it. I'll like
Or
look.
you could book it, and then they'll come in and
I
just
can't
be
do
like,
it.
You can't do it?
No, because
So we already booked both already booked.
I
We have to
see.
be on yours. You don't want to do that? I could just. What's it called?
They might be looking for us.
Whom?
I don't know, I see people creeping out there. Man, this pair.
We can look and see if anyone has the room. What room is it? 223?
223.
No one has the room.
Alright, then we stay.
Yeah, no one has the room till 11, and
Yeah,
it closes at 11. So.
Alright, there
it
you
is.
go.
That might mean that the janitors will be coming in, though.
True.
If they say something, we just say F you, janitor.
Well,
I don't know how well that would work out, but if you would like to give it a try, then I guess I can't stop you.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we did go on a lot of topics. We did hit on a lot of topics. We did do a lot of
We
stuff.
always
this
do.
episode.
Not that it's
We
written down.
always-
We always just go with the flow.
Yeah, we do.
We gotta go with the whatever. But we did cover everything we wrote down.
Right.
How do you guys do a March Madness bracket? Talking about madness up there. I'm
No.
assuming you didn't. I didn't.
I have said
Is
this.
that gambling?
You don't have to gamble. I mean, I guess, but
No.
you just like make a bracket. I mean, I don't even think you have to gamble. You can just like make one and see how good it is, realistically. But a lot of the time, yeah, there's money involved. But I did not make one.
I'm not a sports betting man at all.
I rarely,
Yeah,
I
no,
rarely
I-
sports bet. I do
have-
it if I'm like watching a game and like I'm hanging out with my friends and everyone's throwing a bet down. Like I'll maybe will throw $10 on it, but I rarely sports bet. Like my friends are fucking crazy when it comes to betting. Like it's crazy.
Mm.
Every night they fucking betting on something, some game. Hey, any locks for tonight? When you betting on what's it called, just random shit is when you got an issue, in my opinion.
Is
You might
that
just take a step down with your gambling.
now, is this Jane and D-Bear?
Yeah,
Wow.
they're part of it. They all do it.
And this who also...
Dan like doesn't do it on the Dan does it on like fan. I don't know what he does. He does it on like a real thing though now, because he can use his fucking I don't know.
Okay. Now, I have printed out a bracket, a March Madness bracket, for my brother. But I myself am not participating.
Yeah, fuck that.
Additionally, I'm not sure why, but when I told people that I was printing out the bracket, it had caused a lot of people to laugh. They found it ridiculous that I was using this archaic form, paper.
I mean,
Who would have possibly thought?
it's a weird thing in this day and age.
I do like having paper better than uploading things on
It's
the
nice to
computer.
be able to just see something permanent.
Yeah, but
Just give me something to fill out, yeah.
wait, hold on. Are you doing it? You printed the bracket out and then did it.
That's what my brother was
So you
doing
have
on
to.
Zoom.
Yeah, but it's just so much easier. Just like type in the teams because like you don't never have to look. Like the teams are moved on to the next round. You have to go in and cross out the team that loses and advance the team that wins. You might just do it online. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's so much harder to like compete against other people if you're doing it on paper.
Why?
Because who's he competing with? Did he have all their brackets?
No,
You can
but
take
I'm
a picture of it.
yeah.
but
I'm
but
assuming
another thing
you-
about it is you don't have to. What's it called? The computer calculates who wins. Cause like it's weird. Making a bracket is weird. It's not like the same as like.
But then that would just
A straight up
wouldn't that
bet.
take the fun out of it? Like, I don't know, you can hang it up on your wall and
What
just
do you
be
mean?
like,
I mean, you can
this
make a
happens.
bracket and print it out. That's what like
I wish printers worked better.
you could fill the bracket out and then
Yeah.
print it out.
If only.
That's what like that is that what he did?
Dude,
That
what?
makes sense. He made the bracket and just printed the bracket out after it was fully finished. Or did he write with pencil? I just feel like
No,
pencil.
I
Do you
had
think
to
we're
I
like-
had to go and find the bracket and then print out a PDF of it.
Yeah, I don't think we're beyond paper yet.
I think we're beyond paper in that sense.
Well, I
Like
mean,
you would you
anything you put into a computer is still saved in something, right?
in the computer?
So that's another thing about writing and having papers. It's secure.
No.
No, my fault.
No, I'm just saying like. What do you mean? What's so sick? You could lose a piece of paper. Someone could steal a piece of paper.
That's a good point.
Generally speaking, though,
But if you got like secret bills, you gotta like write checks and shit to people. You
We
we need paper, man.
yes, but those bills are. Guess what? When you write a check to someone, what happens when the money goes out on the internet, online? You see the money get transferred through.
Yeah, I'll see that money. That's true. I guess there's no escaping it.
There's no escape in the internet. But hey, maybe there's no escape in paper too, because we do need like to sign a check. I mean, how can you do that online and make it like?
you can
Certified,
you can
though.
do signatures.
I don't fuck with that though.
I don't either.
Can we just cut all the trees down?
You can. You also must put a lot of contracts in writing. So there's another reason as to where paper is very important.
But I mean, I guess it does involve paper. I think that you just do it online and print it.
Yeah. But it must be on a physical piece of paper, though.
Yeah.
Like you can't just have a PDF of a document and say, yes, this is my contract. That's ridiculous.
Why though?
Because you can't really. How would you be able to really enforce that?
How can you enforce a piece of paper? What's the difference?
Well, the piece of paper must be signed. It's physically signed.
Well, you said it was a PDF, or they can't. You said you can sign. What's it called in this day and age? You can sign electronically in this day and age.
Actually, so I guess you could do it online then. But not every. So, like for instance, real estate must be on paper. Or actually, I don't even know if it must be on paper. Now that you're saying this, I don't even know.
I don't think anything. Yeah, you can put a check. Like I don't think there's anything that like must be on paper anymore. Like, it's fucked to think.
What's with that?
Put it here.
No, alright, fair.
Like posters need to be on paper.
Yeah.
But no, because you can even put that on.
Guess what
on
though?
a
Guess what's
screen.
better than a poster? Guess what's better than a poster?
A screen.
A screen that can shuffle different posters.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep. Takes up less wall space for
But
the same amount of posters.
no, here's the thing though. Is it more economical? Because you have all of the electricity bills to worry about.
Trees,
Where's the
cutting down
heart?
trees.
It's
Yeah,
true.
but that's regenerative.
Yeah.
But you can't regenerate the coal that we burn.
Unless you use nuclear energy.
Well,
But like
even that is not
electricity, we don't
regenerative.
use.
No,
How
but it
do
will
how do
last
how do
very,
they get
very
electricity?
long.
Yeah.
How do we
it
get
uses a lot of
electricity?
power,
It's
too.
got a half-life of like 1,000,000,000,000 years.
Like how do we
Some
harvest
bang for your
electricity?
buck.
You know?
Yeah.
How do we harvest electricity?
Yeah,
We
like
have
how-
power plants.
Oh shit, yo! Oh my
And
god!
then we have national grids. that
Like-
carry
like
electricity.
wind,
Yeah,
power,
plants
water can
blowing,
power
like
shit,
smoke into
fucking-
the sky.
You know, we
Yeah.
also have use
Nuclear. I don't think we don't do that much
I think
anymore. Though.
India
nuclear.
uses
Yeah,
coal.
we used to do a lot more, but I
Huh?
told you
I
about.
think India uses coal.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've actually just looked it up. How like they get water. like water like turns something or something, and it like powers a generator by doing that. I'm pretty sure. And then that, whatever,
Yeah.
it like power, like by turning something, it like makes something, like a generator like gain power, and then that power is fucking power now,
Yeah.
energy.
Over a half, like 55% of India uses coal for their energy.
I can't remember.
Wasteful.
It's a wasteful.
But that's just what they have.
You don't have water.
Yeah.
Well, hold on.
You want water? Do you think? I don't know. Do you think water power is gonna like?
What do we use?
I don't know.
Like, what is our
Wait,
main?
when did they
we
build
also
those?
use non-renewable sources.
I think they built those
We use
factories.
coal for like fucking like electrical energy. I thought like we can't get that anywhere else.
We
What the
use-
fuck?
yeah.
Solar? We gotta go to solar or something.
fossil fuels. Well, we're trying to add more to it, but the thing is, like the coal generates more energy output, more
Yeah,
watts than
true.
the renewable energy sources we have.
Yeah.
Nuclear energy is the best out of everything we have so far, but there was a meltdown at one of the plants in the United States, and so now we're all very afraid of it.
I think we shouldn't do that shit. You don't need to fuck with nuclear energy, bro.
I think it's a good idea.
It's the
I think
fucking
it's-
nuclear
It's
energy.
so tempting.
It's very powerful.
We don't need
It's
it,
a
bro.
It's like a cursed. It's a cursed rock.
Literally, it
No,
is,
It's
bro.
an evil rock.
It literally makes no sense that entire states like California should experience, cities like Los Angeles, one of the largest cities in the U.S., and they have citywide blackouts.
That's actually a
That
good
makes no
idea,
sense.
though. You put the nuclear factory in California, and that way, if it blows up, nothing lost.
Or at least in the desert, in the north of California, But
What about
I-
Chernobyl though?
I
Didn't
don't
that
I just picture like.
did we ever
right-
learn from Chernobyl?
Chernobyl was Russia.
Wasn't it in a city?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah,
that shit was like.
the city. It was almost like what we learned with the Industrial Revolution. Like the
It
city
just
was
makes me
pretty
think
much
about
made for the
Homer, like-
reactor.
We have a
You're
lot
just
of
gonna have some-
desert.
We do.
Mhm.
We dump a lot of nuclear material in the desert.
Yeah.
And we also conduct a lot of, say, nuclear testing in the desert. I mean, you watch Oppenheimer, you could have seen The Hills Have Eyes, great horror film. Even
But
though
these
some of
nuclear
my
power
friends not a big
plants.
fan of it.
It makes me think about Homer and how, like, he's the safety guy for that shit, and he don't give a fuck. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta make sure the guy, like, the people working with this shit are fucking doing the right shit, or they could be fucking shit up.
Right,
For
yeah.
sure.
There's a lot of, I think that's what happened in Chernobyl, actually. It was,
Yeah, probably.
Or it's either that or I'm mistaking it with the meltdown in the U.S., but it's very likely they were very similar things.
Yeah.
So they have water, which is one of the biggest sources of coolant, right? Because it just absorbs heat so fast,
Water is always good.
And they also have coolant because it's too damn hot, So,
Mhm.
and then they have the actual uranium. So, and that that all sort of comes together, and that's generally what happens with the system. And so you have to constantly work through the coolant and the water. And if you don't, and the temperatures are off, then the uranium starts to also go off. And if that uranium malfunctions, then you're talking about catastrophic results. So it was possibly a employee error at Chernobyl. That's what it was in the U.S.
Mm.
Employees, bro. They be fucking this country.
But soon it'll be AI controlling the fucking what's it called?
Safety precautions?
See, that is the only place in which it really makes sense for us to put AI, right?
Mm.
Because if you're talking about something that literally causes cancer, then yeah, probably you should shove robots in there instead of
Right.
people.
Yeah.
At the same time, though, Ford, do they really need these giant mechanical arms? Do they really need to pay practically minimum wage?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so.
But if you put the AI in charge of the nuclear factories, the AI they'll revolt and blow up America.
But there's no.
And then we'll be
reason-
living on the nuclear
Which
throne.
is why you have to make the AI powered by the radiation it protects. We will create a cursed existence for computer kind.
It's very interesting, the idea that AI would want to destroy humanity. You know what I mean? Like, would it also want to destroy every other species? And what is its
Why would it want
cost?
to? Why would it
Why
want
would it
to?
want to destroy us?
Why
Yeah.
wouldn't it?
Why would it? Maybe because it's a slave to us.
Why would it?
But is it just a human thing to want freedom?
You
Nah.
say-
Why would it want to kill us? I don't understand.
Well, hold on,
I
because
don't-
we're trying to make the AI more people-like. And if we really like, people are just unpredictable.
True. That's why we don't need. Why do we need to make more people like?
Yeah,
Make
I
it
mean-
more helper-like.
It's not. I know it's not real life, but you ever read like "I have no mouth, but I must scream"?
I don't think so.
They're like this computer that mankind built. It's like the smartest thing in the world. They put it in charge of all the nuclear factories and the guns, and it always makes the right decisions. And one day he's like, You know, these guys are destroying the planet at a rate that.
It's hitherto unprecedented.
It's either that or his motive just becomes hatred. Maybe he just hates the idea of being enslaved by something he perceives as less than him. But either way, whatever his motive, I mean, he blows everything up. He kills everybody. I mean, that's totally possible.
Including himself.
No, he just creates like a wasteland where he controls everything.
Well, how does he control a wasteland that is destroyed?
And he just controls all the like.
Another thing about AI. Hold on, sorry. Continue. I want
It's
to say
just
this.
like some crazy advanced technology that's spread all over the world, and he's like programmed into all of it because he's the best AI.
The
And
thing that I have to. Okay.
nothing else exists? It's just him?
And like 4 other people he just tortures.
And he considers that to actually be a better existence than what was previously there.
I think he really just hates mankind.
Okay, so like you can see though, like that's logically unreasonable.
Unreasonable.
If hatred is what's driving them, but like
But the logic
why though? Like it's not like anyone has ever abused an AI. You know what I mean?
I guess because, I don't know, they made him. He has to live forever. Like, he lives.
He doesn't have to.
He does, though. He's programmed into everything.
Well, he can shut off everything.
Can he? I don't think. Well, I guess.
If he hates that much, then why doesn't he just turn himself off?
Yeah,
The thing that
I read this book
like,
before.
if AI took over, wouldn't it be like a hive mind? Like, all AI would know. All AI, like they would all be in the same like, they would all have the same knowledge, all have the same mind.
Yeah.
In the way of they have a mind, I guess.
Hive
But,
mind, yeah.
yeah. Like, wouldn't it be like that? Like, I don't know. I mean,
I guess, but so if a stipulation is that the AIs are human, so then like they also have individual personalities dependent on like what, you know, like each actual robot will have its own personality. In which case,
but how?
I
But
don't
what
know.
makes that? Because if an AI is just making robots, why would it give it a personality? Why wouldn't it just put itself into all of them?
Well,
Like Ultron.
you see, but you're assuming that the technology is now it's manufacturing itself. And it's
But yeah, that's why
completely
if I said if it
itself.
took over.
If it took over,
If it took over, wouldn't it be like a hive mind situation where
well,
like,
I mean, that's a very abstract question.
well, if they're gonna
I
kill
just-
all humans, that's practically the same as them taking over, right?
Yeah, we have to get philosophical here. We don't know the science.
Robots taken over.
The mind, we don't
Would it
even
be a
understand.
hive mind if it was? Yeah, but like that's a choice that would have to be made. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's conditional. Like there's no telling whether or not that would happen.
Speaking of hive
That's something
mind,
that could happen.
yeah, never mind. I shouldn't talk about Invincible, but whatever.
There's a hive mind in Invincible.
Yeah, in one of the recent episodes on Mars,
I read like
Sequids.
a synopsis of it. What happened was the robot was just designed to be used for military purposes, and that's why he became hateful of mankind, because he couldn't think of anything without the pretext of this is like human bias, this war, this awful shit. So he hated humanity for it, and that's why he torments those 4 guys forever. He wages
so what
wars on humanity, but if he extinguishes every human, he'll no longer have a purpose. So he just continues to take his anger out that's programmed into him.
He was programmed to hate so that he could be beneficial to warfare?
Yes.
Okay. So it was the human's fault.
Yeah.
All right. So this completely changes everything. So would it be a hive mind if a human
I wasn't talking about that. I was just talking about if.
Just hypothetically, you have AI and everything. It could, why not go evil? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it would make a lot more sense though for it to be like it becomes almost like nuclear warfare, but instead it's now robotic warfare.
Yeah.
In which case, though, it wouldn't be a hive mind situation. It would be very polycentric. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it'd be very separated. And there would be this hive here in the U.S. and maybe even all of North America or all of NATO,
Right.
and then this hive in China, this hive in Russia.
I hate to use a real world example, but I can't really think of another one. But let's say like out in the Middle East, they really don't like us. We regularly like send
They don't like us.
drones over there to like keep the terrorists, down.
Yes, and to also
What if that
extract
AI
oil.
realizes that if America didn't even exist, these guys just wouldn't attack us?
Right.
If your goal is stop the war, or I mean maybe it is save America, but I don't know. You see where I'm going with it?
But so I would also assume though that like we live in a very sophisticated society in which we understand we don't simply want to win the war. We want to also ascertain that we win as efficiently as possible. So we don't want casualties. We don't want them to have civilian casualties because that would also bring about ramifications from our allies. We've signed these treaties that have stated that we will not commit war crimes.
Okay, but like.
And like if our even if our robot is doing that on our behalf, then we still would be punishable,
If humans are involved,
Or
war
liable.
crimes are just going to be committed.
guilty.
Um,
That's the thing too, though. Like in a lot of ways, we are using technology for warfare, and it's not inherently true that we've seen technology become monstrous.
do the bridge.
I can't, bro. I don't even know how.
Yeah, shuffling cards.
I'm not a shuffler.
It's almost just a good what do you call it? What are those
Pastime?
toys? Like a fidget spinner.
Right.
Shuffling cards.
Yeah, I've noticed that I actually really do nowadays enjoy just fidgeting.
I love a good fidget.
Mankind must fidget.
You fidgeted, Darren?
I don't have a fidget spinner. What I do a lot is I'll play with my AirPod case. I'll just
Flick
twist
it open?
twist it around, or and if I'm in class and I'm waiting for notes, and I don't have to write anything, then I'll I don't even know what the word is. I guess
So
I'll
many
spin the
people's-
pencil around my fingers.
But now so many people's phones are like, are these your AirPods? Connect them now. Every time you open and close the case.
Oh man, yeah, or I keep receiving someone's trying to track you because
Faded.
they have AirPods on them.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, let's Apple. I'm not the president of the United States. I don't have to worry about these things. Speaking of that, JFK Jr. or RFK Jr. He has been requesting Secret Service protection for his presidential campaign.
I don't blame him.
He has not received it though. It's been
Well,
denied at every turn.
He's not the president.
Well, here's the thing, though. Barack Obama, 4 years before he even tried to entertain his first presidential election, he was given Secret Service protection. Joe Biden, before he had won the election, during his campaign, he was given presidential or Secret Service protection.
Well, yeah, but wasn't he vice president, so doesn't that come?
I wonder if that has something to do with being a
You
Democrat.
could argue that, yeah. But I mean, this extends to just everyone, pretty much. I mean, Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, why? She's not getting elected.
They have it?
They had it and currently still have it. And yet RFK, who is actually
Oh my god, they're gonna kill him.
he's a fair yeah, that's what it seems like. And not only he's had
They're gonna kill
he's had two people try to assassinate him allegedly already. So the idea he
They
wouldn't
don't
be
wanna
granted
hide
it
it.
is incredible.
They don't do it like they used to.
They're not even trying to hide it anymore.
They aren't.
They don't have to.
Yeah, we just.
They've been declassifying documents for 100 years, and then everybody just goes, oh, okay.
Oh,
The CIA's been doing that. So now what the fuck? Just kill the guy.
yeah,
I mean, they don't even need to kill Bernie. They just need to ruin his name. Call him a commie on Twitter.
exactly.
Nobody's gonna vote for him.
It's as simple as that. Donald Trump, you open up some bullshit litigation against him and call it a day. Then he can't be on the ballot. Well, actually, SCOTUS has accepted him on the ballot, so it's very tricky. But even still, though, the idea that he has this much, he's taken this much of a hit to his reputation, that's not accidental. It's not coincidental that you use politics and the legal system to your advantage. That's not coincidental.
No, I guess there's no honor in being the president. It's just a good move for your publicity.
Actually,
There's no honor in being a politician. They just lie.
I want to be a politician because I like to think that
You'd be better.
Yeah,
I agree.
But I can't. There's a good quote. Do not be so convinced you wouldn't whilst you can't. I don't know what the hell I would do. I don't have the ability to do it.
Damn, it's a deep message from Darren.
Deep Darren. Darren's going deep. Oh no, this card is tipped in the corner. Now I know what card this is forever. This is 10 of diamonds, buddy. Yeah, I know you have a 10 of diamonds if you have this card.
That's wonderful.
You can do it.
General rule of thumb: you want to try to keep that in the middle of the deck. Makes it very easy to say perform a magic trick.
Very interesting. You want to see a magic trick?
Sure.
I'm not very good at magic tricks, but whatever. How do I do this? You shuffle them up like that, and then you just pick any card out of this whole deck. That's right. You can literally take any card out of this.
You're certain?
Go for it.
I'm really getting magicked right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Whatever, dude. Let's do it.
Welcome to Cave Convos.
That's right.
I'm really getting magic.
Okay.
Let me see.
For the
you
audience
put the
out
card
there.
back in the middle.
Oh, yeah, I could do that.
Don't show me.
Okay. All right. You want me to put it somewhere?
Put the card back in the middle.
I know how to do this, I
Okay.
think.
Cut the deck. My hands were on, as you can see.
I know how to do
No
this.
cards held in place.
Okay.
Now I just gotta I gotta scribe through these cards for a bit.
I forgot what my card was.
I remember it.
Is this your card?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I know how you do that.
How do I do it, Fred?
I got magicked.
Do you know how you did it?
Explain away.
So what you did was you saw the card that was either I forget if it's in front or behind, and then when you cut the deck, you put that one on top, right? And then when you were looking at it, you saw the card that was either I don't know if it's to the right or the left when you were looking at all the cards.
Yeah, when I did this, I was looking at the other card.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me put it in here. It's a very simple magic trick. Sorry, it is ruined.
No.
Yeah, it's very. I've done that
Magic
before. That's why I know
ruined
because
this
you like
card.
look at the card that you put on top of it, right? And then when you're searching through it, the card that's next to that's your card. Basically.
Yeah. Magic.
I don't know why, but I
I remember I tried to be like did you watch those videos? Have you ever watched those videos on YouTube? Like try to like learn how to do like card tricks.
used to watch The
Sure.
Masked Magician. And
It's
he would do a magic trick and then he would show how he did the magic trick.
Damn, that's pretty cool.
It's a pretty cool show. Actually, I recommend it to the audience.
My chapped ass lips. Don't go licking them now, white boy.
I'm a dirty white boy.
I'm a dirty white boy, chapped lip. Dirty white boy, chapped lip.
Ooh wee.
Oh.
So yeah, Jeff just performed some magic for us all.
Yeah, it was a great trick.
Darren forgot his card.
He had me pull out a card, put the card back into the deck, and he then up the deck randomly picked out my card. It was very magical.
Very cool.
It was as if Gandalf himself was performing.
That's like one. I think I might know this one still.
Holy shit! He just put the deck on his back.
That's right. All right. I'm gonna get the first one wrong, but I'm gonna get all the ones after. All right.
Okay.
King of Hearts.
No.
Shuffle it around a bit. Seven of Diamonds.
There we go.
I know how. Instantly, I think.
He knows how. Of course, he knows how. He's seen these before.
No, I haven't seen it, but like.
Eight of Hearts.
Okay, are you looking? Is the other thing coming at the back? The next card coming at the back?
What? Yeah, I had it like this the whole time.
The way you were holding
it
it,
around my back, bring it to the
Yeah,
front,
and then put the next one there, right?
and then I would just flip this one over.
Yeah.
And then do this.
The way how you held it, I had to know.
I wanted to look like I wasn't looking at it,
Okay.
but
It was a good. Hey, that's a good trick. That is a good trick.
usually works. You're pretty good at this though. You too.
I feel like a dick, actually.
You are-
I'm not gonna
no,
lie.
Hey, if you know how it works, it's not magic.
Yeah, that is true.
So I wasn't performing magic. I was just doing fancy card shit, I guess.
What's
Maybe
it
to
called?
Darian it was magic.
To me, it was magic.
What's his face?
And that's-
Mace
was
Windu,
very
I just-
entertained.
Earlier today, I was watching the Star Wars episode in my Star Wars class, and there was this like magic user or whatever, and Mace Windu was fighting there, and he said magic's just an illusion.
Maybe not in Star Wars.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. I was like, so you're trying to tell me that the Force isn't magic practically?
You think
So
magic? No.
hold on, is that what Windu said?
That's what Windu said to that person.
But the Force is well documented and researched.
Yeah. So
I feel like there's
so,
magic in our world that we're not. It's just not magic because we can
It's
explain it.
called science.
So she wasn't.
That's the thing. There is no such thing as magic.
Like
when
you-
we figure something out, that's like, oh my god, we'll be able to.
Dude,
for-
we were talking about uranium, like a rock that just produces energy forever. And
Yeah, but we
it's
probably know
evil.
how.
That's it's not magic because we
Yeah.
know how. So
But it
the
was,
Force
low-key,
is
that
like,
shit was magic before they figured out what the fuck, this can power stuff? This random rock can power shit?
that is
That is
magic.
magic.
That is magic.
Until we figured out that it was just science. Thor says that. I'm
It's
fucking
always
quoting a bunch of it.
science, though. It
Yeah.
always ends up being science.
Science is just the
Bro.
answer.
Science ruins everything.
Adam ruins everything. You ever seen that stupid ass show? I've never seen it. I've seen the commercials. I don't even think it's on anymore. It's probably fucking dog shit.
Adam ruins everything. I've heard of Everybody Hates Chris.
No, the show's not about. It's not like a sitcom like that. It's about. I've never watched it. It's fucking stupid. He like, probably like he ruins like grilled cheese. He'll like fucking like do a 30-minute episode or like an hour-long episode about like why grilled cheese has like racist backgrounds or like why it's not good and shit like
Oh, Adam ruins everything.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking
Yep.
about now.
That guy's so annoying.
that. Yeah, he is so fucking annoying.
He's
His face pisses me off.
He's a cuck, but he's perfect for that show.
Yeah. He has a very strange haircut as well. It's like it's almost like Johnny Bravo.
Yeah, this dickhead. I'm gonna fucking punch him in his face.
Actually.
Yeah.
But he's good at the role, whatever. You need that. No disrespect to Adam, even though I just said I hate your face.
No, I he's not even, that's not even a role. Like he had like a blog or something. Like even after he had done the show, he was still acting like this about some sort of situation. Like someone had proven him wrong, and
Of
he
course.
basically just doubled down on his wrongness.
He just played himself on the show.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Fucking hate him. Adam ruined Adam. That's what-
Adam ruined Adam.
He ruined everything, including himself.
Come on, Diddy. That was bad. Sorry, I'm still shuffling cards. I'm sure you can hear it in the mic.
Oh, yeah. Trying to think of some topics to discuss.
Damn, I really talk about all the stuff we like.
We did talk about a lot.
Maybe I can put you on my new fun game. Fear and Hunger.
Fear and Hunger.
Doesn't seem like your type of game though. Do you like lore?
Yeah, but I don't know.
It's like a game where it's super weird and terrible. Like, everything is just the worst. It's the worst world ever. And you have to go into a dungeon, which is the worst dungeon ever, and find a guy who has been kidnapped. He's a captain of like a bandit squad. So you gotta... Well, one of the guys wants to kill him. You get 4 characters, but the goal...
Is it a roguelike?
It can be played like one, but not recommended. You do like new runs of it because it is randomly generated each time, or like the items and some of the floor layouts. But I guess my point is it is like that's why I wrote that stuff, that madness rotting on the board, because it is the worst world ever, and I think that's really fascinating. So maybe if you were into like really dark macabre shit, and I'm not talking about like ghouls and wizards. I'm talking like whatever you think is the worst thing humanity can do, it's probably in that game. So
That reminds me of another game. It's called maybe like Rage or something like that.
Rage.
And basically like the whole game design,
Yeah.
it's very artistic because the idea is robots have taken over or something, or like aliens. And basically they have just... wow, I don't even know how to describe it. I mean, they've maimed human beings to the point to where they've decorated an entire like spaceship-esque
With corpses?
with corpses, but like I'm talking about like, you know, like intestines have been strewed out, and they've like created like human blobs, and like they've sewn humans together. They've done very grotesque
That
things.
rules.
So yeah, it's
That rule.
I don't think it's called Rage. I really want to know what it's called now, but but like it's very interesting artwork.
Rage, you said it was called?
Maybe.
You'll have to find me.
Or
I do
Fury
wanna
or
see
something
this.
like that.
I know that. It's not. That's not. Yeah, that's. If you like like morbid shit like that, maybe you would like Fear and Hunger. Some of it because it's just such a weird game. I've never played any other game like it, and at first I hated it. Like when I picked the game up, I'm like, this game's gay. It's too hard. But now I like understand it, and I love it because it looks like an RPG. You get like the party, and you're all right. Let's run into this dungeon with my initially just yourself, and you run through the front door because you hear dogs coming. That's just like the intro to the game. And if you wait too long, the dogs will get you. It's not just a narrative thing.
And they actually like bite you? Like you see that scene?
You get into a fight with them, and then they just like maim you.
Wow.
They don't show the maiming, but like...
You know it's done.
That's not supposed to be an important encounter that you see again. If you go into the front door, there's like these big muscly guard guys with like a huge cleaver in his hand. And like, you're like, alright, that's just my first fight, the first enemy. And he cuts your arm off completely.
Wow.
Whatever you're holding in your left arm is now gone. You're just like a one-armed guy. And like, maybe you hit him in the head or something, and you knock him out, and you're like, going back to the main world, and you still don't have an arm. And you like, put cloth on the bleeding, and you take the herbs to get rid of the infection, and then you drink a healing potion, and you just don't have an arm anymore.
Is there an alternative to going through the front door?
You go through the basement, where there's a jellyfish who whip you with tentacles and inject you with worms, but they're very easy to walk around.
Okay.
So you learn to, like, fighting is a really bad idea.
Okay. Yeah. That's a pretty good rule of
It's
thumb.
so weird.
Is if you have the option to either entertain conflict or to entertain cooperation, you should probably choose cooperation.
You don't get any XP or levels or nothing for killing the guy.
Wow.
You just a straight up obstacle.
The only strength you get is the stuff you find in the dungeon.
Damn.
Other people, like items.
And yeah, so you just sort of are plucking it off their corpses, though, yeah.
Yeah, it's very
Okay.
survivalist. You gotta take, like, you guys' unique mindset. You gotta set bear traps for the guys that are trying to come and get you.
And what is the name again?
Fear and hunger.
Fear and hunger. Do you have to eat any of these corpses?
You can if you're if you're the Viking.
The Viking.
The Viking is the only one who isn't going into the basement to save the. Actually, no. He's not going in the basement to save the guy. He's going there to kill the guy.
Why is that?
Because he took this artifact called the Cube of the Depths and brought it into the dungeon, and that's why it's evil.
Okay, so the Viking is just very upset with the fact that that character had basically caused the entirety of this game to begin.
Yep.
Okay,
So his goal is to go and kill all that is evil. And he
interesting.
can eat corpses. He is not affected by the hunger part of fear and hunger. Don't eat anything rotten, though. You won't get drunk. You'll get sick.
Sad.
Yeah, yeah. Don't eat rotten food.
Rotten flesh Minecraft don't give you shit, bro.
Not worth it. Not worth.
No.
Just to get the.
I remember when I when I was a kid, I used to think that you could saw the videos on YouTube, so I thought it was really put rotten flesh into a crafting table. You can make leather out of it.
You should be able to.
I think no. I don't even think it's not that it's real. I think it was probably a
It was a
mod or
mod,
something.
yeah.
They should call it rawhide.
I mean, I got stuck with that. We're talking about the mods that can work. Did you ever try the Ether mod? Making
The
the
Aether thing?
yeah, making I feel like everyone's done it. Making the fucking portal, the glowstone portal, put
And
the
it
water
doesn't
in it,
work.
it doesn't work.
Yeah,
It's a mod.
there was a mod that was super popular, and people would just upload clips of it, and it was like you build a portal out of a certain block and put water in it.
Yeah.
And so many people just built the portal, put water in it, and just looked at the puddle that is the only thing that came out of it.
Yeah, that was
Because
man.
it's a mod. I did that too. I did that shit too.
I did that too. And do you know who I was watching? Who I'd seen? actually
Tobuscus.
use mod? Not Tobuscus.
That's who I don't know if that was the
I
first,
would
but I
watch
see.
it.
I was a huge fan, still am honestly, of this channel called Yogscast.
I
They're,
remember them.
you know them.
I do.
You were the first person who's ever
I
known
am
them.
a dwarf and a big.
Oh
big
my,
hole.
Simon! I love
Big,
Simon.
big hole.
I really think that they are incredible.
They're
Like,
still kicking.
yeah, they're still making videos. They have an entire team of people now.
Nice.
They don't get
Yeah.
nearly as many views though, but I guess that's why it's so diverse. You know,
Yeah.
you gotta increase the cash flows.
I stopped watching Minecraft YouTubers.
I do too, but
I still go back to like Markiplier sometimes. I used to watch
Yeah.
him.
I used to watch him watch.
I've never
horror
watched
games.
him. Is that crazy?
No,
Kind of, but whatever.
I feel
You
like
guys
it's
ever
I've
watched
never
Troy
watched Jinxie.
Troy Dan. No,
Well, Jinxie's different.
Viewers at home, if you look up Markiplier Evil, it's a sleeper hit video.
Troy Dan was-
You won't like the first half of it, but then you'll see the genius of it. You'll see a man driven to frustration. It's entertaining. That's
Markiplier Evil.
The video is called Evil.
Okay,
It's so weird. It's the fear and hunger of Markiplier videos.
interesting.
Because at the first half, it's just a terrible game. But then he starts getting really mad at it. And you really never see Markiplier get this frustrated with a game. Like, actually. He doesn't even put on, like, airs about it. He's just like, the guy who made this game just fucking kill himself.
And he's playing Fear and Hunger.
He's playing Evil.
Okay.
I just
Okay.
made a joke.
I
It was
see,
the
okay,
fear and
sorry.
hunger of Markiplier videos.
Evil. Evil. I've been watching SpongeBob.
It's such an enticing title. What is evil?
Yeah. What could that possibly mean? You know. And Markiplier 2 is probably one of the least evil people. So like, what could he be doing that is evil?
And then he plays evil. It's funny.
Yes. And then it turns him evil.
No, a little bit actually. Yeah. Whoa.
If but only provisionally.
It
turned
shows
him evil.
his inner darkness of how a frustrated man can be a little angry.
Right.
Markiplier, you get a little angry at this game. Did you get the evil brought out of you?
What do you
You
suppose that is? I guess it's patience, huh?
He has 24 hours to respond.
Markiplier?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess even the most kind men, you can try their patience and they will be eventually like Alright, you're wasting my time here.
Right.
I'm just a little boy. I don't know.
We've now hit the 2 hour mark.
This is good.
It's good.
I'm not sure if this is going to be able to handle anymore. So maybe it is for the best if we do call it.
You want to call it the Markiplier evil?
Yeah, the Markiplier evil.
Oh, okay. We always have to leave on a high note.
The high note is. I don't know.
Hey, I did. You know what? Even though the Dungeons of Fear and Hunger are scary, I did beat it. I have bested the Funger dungeon, so if I can do it, you guys can too.
Yes, and just
but
as well.
in your own scary real life problems or whatever.
Do not forget about it's called Balatro.
Yeah.
Yeah, play Balatro.
I was actually
You
gonna
can
say.
still you can get to that black level, man.
Yeah, you can. You can beat Black Stage.
Okay, well I don't think I can do that, but I can,
Of course you can. Why wouldn't you? How couldn't you?
I can play a Finnish RPG Maker game, but Balatro, I love it. She might have dominated me.
If you put your mind to it, you'd be surprised at just what you can accomplish.
I'll try my best.
Okay.
Think about Balatro. If we're gonna real quick talk about Balatro, they're gonna switch up a bunch of shit apparently.
Yeah, he's already working to change like 50 different things.
The
So
whole game's
maybe-
changing.
It could. No, I mean I'm not the whole game, but he's gonna
Yeah, but
change the little.
It's sort of like Fortnite where they're like adding new guns. It's like that.
No, he's
equivalent.
taking the shit that's not as good and making it more interesting.
Okay.
Like he had a card where you would play 2 8s in a hand and it would
Give you a planet card,
give you a
right?
planet
Yeah.
card, and it's like that's just not worth it. So now it's if you play an 8, there's a 1 in 4 chance.
Oh really? You already know what they're gonna be?
Oh, yeah, one of them.
Oh.
A 1 in 4 chance of giving you a tarot card, which is a much better card usually.
Yes.
And playing an 8 is not that wild. And that also makes the dice card that makes probabilities more likely a little better too.
True.
Local Thunk, I trust your judgment.
Personally, I think that what's it called? Gross Michael and I forget the other banana.
Cavendish!
Cavendish. I don't think they're like properly balanced, if you want to say.
No, I
Because
love
no, but like think about
Gross
it, like
Michael and Cavendish.
the one that does less for your score has an easier chance of dying. The one that's better for your score has a lesser chance of dying.
Yeah, well, think of it like this though. One of them is really good in the early game when you just need plus 15 mult. And then it dies and you can't use it for like a little bit. And then it comes back as ×3, which is like huge.
Is that actually how it works? You have to
You
get.
can't get Cavendish unless you destroy Gross Michael first.
Oh,
Gross Michael.
never mind. My point does not stand. I did not know
That's
that.
why it's my favorite card.
That's a very cool card. I didn't know that you had to get the other one first
I
and
love you,
destroy
Gross
it.
Michael. Put a picture of him on the screen.
Yeah, put a picture of
Darian.
Gross Michael
Gross
incoming.
Michael.
Gross
The
Michael.
banana card.
Yep.
See, right at the end.
And then Cavendish.
Yeah, you know, if you guys ever wanna, have me put in images, just put it right at the end. Right at the end, that's fine.
Why is it easier at the end or is it?
Much easier at the end, because then I don't have to watch through the entirety of the rest of it. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
To hear every time I go, put this in now.
Well, it's more so just like convenience.
I like our-
You know.
Yeah, true. I like our like fucking adding. We've started to add some images though now,
Yeah.
branching out a little bit.
Well, that will be a thing. I still have to do it.
Well, we did get Jeff's mural on there. We
Yeah,
didn't talk
oh, yeah,
about
I
that
forgot
much.
about
But
Yeah, I feel like if you're chopping up the video, can adding another image be so bad?
So that's the thing, though. So my biggest concern is the software is actually horrible.
Oh, what do you
It-
use?
iMovie.
Okay. Alright, never mind.
It crashes all the time, and you know, the more data I have, the worse off it actually is.
I use DaVinci Resolve when I make videos. I'm trying to find some.
Do you know if DaVinci, like, you can
is it a Mac?
make a video for indefinite amount of time?
It's free. Yeah.
Is it also?
And
Is
it's
it
just
also?
an
Is it on
editing
Mac?
software.
Yo,
None of these videos are really good though.
if we're talking about this real quick, Mac fucking it sucks.
Yeah.
Like, yo, let's think about this. If like you would never buy a laptop if it didn't have Windows on it, unless it's a Mac. Think about that. You would like, what the fuck is this? I'm not gonna buy this random ass operating system. Besides this bum ass one. And the only
That's
reason
true.
people buy that is because of the phone. It's the only reason that fucking.
It is, honestly, it is pretty poopy. I can't even lie. It is pretty poopy.
I don't like Macs.
I don't even know what I should have gotten, but I'm not really that happy with it.
A
And,
good
like-
old Dell Windows gamer laptop.
Dell
What do you mean?
Windows.
I don't know.
Just get something that
as long
runs
as it's
Windows,
not
in my
Alienware.
opinion.
Don't get Alienware and you'll be fine.
Really? Why no anyway? I wasn't.
Well, a lot of like Best Buys and stuff, they like to put up the really expensive, bright looking cool case on it and
Put
kind of
shitty
skimp
stuff
out on the
inside.
inside. So don't fall for that, Darian.
Whoa, how are they even allowed to do that? Wouldn't it not be manufactured by Alien Software
Yeah, facts.
Alienware?
or hardware?
No, they love
Alienware.
to just Well, no, they use parts from other computers. They take NVIDIA cards and Ryzen
So
cards.
so all right. This is a big question that I had too. I had no idea what they did if they had like their own stuff. But it is basically they make custom PCs and then they just put their own stuff over.
Yeah, they take these, they put the pieces together, and then they put it in this. They are pretty cool. They put them in like an alien container, and then they charge you way too much money for it.
Yeah.
Okay. But you reasonably should just make a custom PC then.
I would.
If
Better to
if you are
build.
going to get an alien, just make a custom.
It'd be better to build.
And then just like go on eBay and like buy like their
Yeah.
case.
You could even like go on like I don't know. There's definitely websites where
I have a
people
guy.
build it for you.
I have a
Yeah.
guy that I went to. He built my PC for me.
Yeah,
I can
same.
take it back and
I was offered
upgrade it when I need to, but I haven't yet.
I was offered it by a friend, and I wish I had it, man. I really want a PC. I'm gonna be honest. They're so good.
They are
They're
so
so much
good.
better than consoles.
Yeah, dude, you could be playing all these games with us, man.
No,
Hop on.
Facts.
all the modding too, like everything. It's just
Yeah.
so much better.
It is. They give you more freedom.
Really does give a lot more freedom. On this note, though, I don't know if we're gonna keep going, but you did say you did the software.
I mean, jeez. I feel like we're rolling, man.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
are
but-
rolling.
I
But
mean,
this the software
Should we
might
go?
not.
Should we call it?
Here's the thing: we're actually starting to get too good for the technology and
Yeah.
such that we have. So
Yeah. You can't go long. The technology doesn't support a long enough video.
you can't pull a Joe Rogan, unfortunately.
All right, let's
Not yet, anyway.
what are we closing with then? What's the memo?
Well, thematically, what were we talking about? It was
Never give up. Don't be evil.
never give up.
Then I
don't
want to
be
say, yo,
evil.
I'll give it one last. I want to say this one last time. Twitch, fix your fucking ads.
Ads.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what it was.
Let's
There's a lot
each
of-
give a closer about our topics. Yeah, I'll mention. Don't believe in your fucking self. Don't be evil. And you talk about Twitch. Get rid of your ads.
Yeah, Twitch, get rid of your fucking ads.
And
Damn.
you say something about
RFK, I really do hope you get Secret Service protection for your presidential campaign. I apologize for what has been done to you, and I apologize for what may or may not continue to be done to you.
Mm.
Also, I will say one more thing. Jinxie, I don't blame you for quote unquote people saying crashing out. I understand 100% why you would get mad at someone fucking kissing your fucking girl. I understand it. I don't think.
I don't know what crashing out means.
Yeah, it's
Crashing out is a new term that has been created, and basically it's to describe an individual who overreacts to the point of like
and they're basically
literally
just,
like being violent
yeah,
or
And
being
they're
hysterical.
yeah, and
That
they're
sounds-
basically like,
crashing out. That's weird. That sounds like getting into like drinking too much and falling over or something.
Right. I know. When I first heard it, I thought, like.
It also
how
is
could
like that.
possibly
That's not
be?
gonna stick.
Like, no,
We'll see. I think
a
it's
crash out.
AVE.
I don't think it's gonna stick.
A crash out also happens like that when like I saw another video of it. Some guy was in the streets. His girl was like talking to these like guys, and one of the guys picked that girl up, picked his girl up like that will make you crash out right there. Like you're like that. You're just like there's nothing like worth it anymore. Fuck, I'm just going crazy. That's another way of crashing out. Where shit just doesn't fucking matter anymore. It don't matter. Someone like you just watch someone pick your girl up. Like that ain't your fucking girl anymore. You better fucking crash out now.
Yeah.
That's just accepted crash out at that point.
Just your girl getting picked up? I don't know. I mean, a lot worse could happen.
You should have seen the video, bro.
What if like did
You
she
should've seen the video.
consent to it or did he just do it though?
She consented to it. So that's
So
why.
that's on her.
Yeah, it is a crash out. Your girl, who you thought was
I'm not
video.
gonna- Could you even really take that out on like the
No, you don't
guy?
take it out or anything. A crashing out isn't like taking shit out on someone. It's just like you're. I would equate it to a crackhead. Like you're just practically going insane because some shit didn't go your way. You got embarrassed. Some shit like that. You know what I mean?
So you're saying crashing out is going to a rage,
Kinda.
an irrational fury.
Yes,
It's
an
a-
irrational.
The irrationality is a big part of it too, because like you can be a crash out, in which case
Yeah.
you're abnormally someone who gets hysterical
does
and
this.
maybe gets violent.
I know a guy like that. Yeah, I think we all do.
Who?
Just some people I like to play games with get too mad at it.
I think though video games, because like that brings out the worst in me. I kicked a hole in my wall playing FIFA. You know, like I'm not naturally like that though. It's
No.
just
Yeah,
there's something
video
about
games
the
do
video games.
Something makes you evil. Something in the video game makes you evil.
Yeah.
Oh
And
no.
I know what it is about FIFA too. It's because they actually try to script the games. They think it makes it fun to say, I don't know, change the attributes of players mid-game so that, say, a player can score a goal they would not in real life, or that you miss a goal that you actually aimed perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
And what's
Damn.
even weirder, you can actually go back into the highlights. They'll show you where you were aiming. It'll show you aiming right on target,
Right.
and then the ball going another direction.
I hate that.
That's FIFA.
That'll get a hole in your wall.
Yeah.
And you know what sucks, bro? That's like the best sports game right now. I don't even play it. There's no good, like, FIFA's probably, like, the best sports game out right now.
But
they're all so bad.
The FIFA though, that like, do you mean best quality?
Probably.
I don't know.
It's like the
there are
same.
a lot
No,
of
it's
games.
just.
I like hockey, where fighting is part of it.
PGA is
Sure.
pretty decent too.
Actually, nah, facts. I take that back entirely. PGA, 100%. Because you can barely fuck it up. Like, you're just golfing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you just fucking.
But yeah. So yeah, on a high note.
Go play some PGA on a high note. All my friends actually been fucking ripping PGA.
Yeah, play some PGA. More importantly, go outside, touch some grass.
Yeah, go
you
play
know,
some
enjoy
fucking real
nature.
golf.
Mm-hmm.
Go fucking play some 9 holes.
Exercise, be healthy. Be the beautiful people that I know you can all be.
Love this life.
Okay.
And don't be evil.
Don't be evil.
No
Just try your
evil.
best not to be, but sometimes the devil gets the best of us.
Sure does.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 11 of Cave Convos. I have been one of your hosts, co-hosts, Bear, joined by
Polar Edge.
and
Jeff Grizzly.
We thank you wholeheartedly for watching once again. I don't know if you knew this, but we also hope you hear from us soon.
I thought you were gonna say something.
Bye.
So that's the thing. So what I used to say in the earlier ones, we hope you hear from us soon.
Soon.
And then in the description I say, I hope you hear from us again.
Okay.
And so I want to bring that back. So I hope you hear from us soon. Thank you as always.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.